Good evening, everyone. Hope all is well. So welcome to our Making Music show with myself, Simon Lyon, and I'll just put my little things up so you can see there. Boom, that's me. So it's Simon Lyon, Ableton Certified Trainer, and I'm here with my co-pilot, Tim, which I'll introduce straight away. So this is our 27th episode. So if you're new here, thanks for joining us. Let's bring Tim in. Tim, where are you?
I'm here.
He's here. And
How you doing, pal?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. You know, we're getting there. Oh, you know what? We're on the wrong side, Tim. I'm going to have to change us round. I'm going to pick you up and put you there because otherwise, now I'm going to have to do mine again now. Boom.
Oh, someone said it's very quiet, isn't it?
Very quiet, isn't it? All right, then. We can
sort
it was
that, can't
because when we did a little test before, Rachel was really loud. So that's why. How about that then? I've just got
Is that better, guys? Give us a shout. Let us know.
Be on the quiet. Thank you, Christian, for saying that then, yeah. So, yes, if you're joining us for the first time, thanks so much for tuning in. Tim and myself, we make music as Lostlight, songwriters, producers. We do all kinds of stuff. And the reason we do this, obviously, I'm an Ableton Certified Trainer, so I've hijacked this YouTube channel, unless you're watching on Facebook, on my Facebook. But yeah, so this YouTube channel is for the output of Ableton Certified Trainers in the UK and Ireland. And interestingly enough, our guest tonight is now an Ableton Certified Trainer. So, I mean, it just happens to be that way, you know. So I'm sure some of you, oh, it's perfect now. Thank you very much. Moss, Sounds of Main Stage. Thank you. It's really, really helpful. So these people are in the chat room. If you're watching, you're not in the chat room, please just join in. It's at the side panel on our YouTube channel. And it really helps because you can just get involved and ask questions and stuff like that. So, yeah, we're here, Tim. We're doing it. This is episode 27.
It is.
And, yeah, how are you, man? I've not seen you for some time.
It's been a bit manic, hasn't it?
has,
You've got stuff on. I've got stuff on. I've not been down to yours for a session in probably about 6 weeks, something like that.
No, surely in the
I think
real
it is,
world.
You know? In real world, actually seeing you face to face with my own eyes. Yeah.
This is how it is, mate, innit? We'll get there. We'll get there. And can I share your news, Tim?
I don't think so. Not yet.
Okay, right. Because
it might be tempting fate. So
okay.
We'll
it could be
wait
anything. No one knows what the news is, so we can just put that back in the box there.
Box.
Yeah, note to self: should have mentioned offline.
Oh no! It's right. It's right. Don't worry. It's right.
Cool. So anyway, thanks for joining us. Yes. So this evening we've got all sorts of things, and I hopefully it doesn't seem like a Friends of Simon and Tim episode, but I'm sure that you won't mind that at all. So yeah, Rachel's joining us at about 8 o'clock. So that's depending on where you're watching it and how you're watching it. We're back to good old GMT here. There's no British summertime anymore. It's officially over. This is the first one we've done that it's not been able to put +1. So yeah, good. And so a lot of people are going to join us for the first time. Rachel's here. So what we do on this show, it's all about the musical kind of hurdles. I say this a lot, but there's lots of other stuff on this channel to do with like compressor settings and using spectral time and all the new amazing things in Live 11. But this is about sort of making music. And I think my dog's just arrived. Let's have a look. Is he in? I've actually got a max cam now. I'm just going to quickly show you the max cam. Tim, this is new to you. And I'll just show you.
Is this a new feature?
Yeah, you won't be able to see it. It's just going, oh, he's changed his mind. He wants back out. Anyway, so I've now got the max cam, so like that will be on. So he doesn't know he's coming and going, this kid. There he is. Anyway, so that's Max. He decided to go back out. So, yes. So one thing we do on this show every week. Oh, he's scratching at the door now. So we have a look at what's been happening and what we've been talking about. And just one of our Max cam, Ned Rush there, wicked man. Good to see you, Ned. Hope all is cool. And it will be. It's Ned. So this week, all kinds of things going on. And we tried to do this show. At first, we were doing it once a week. And it's just, it's impossible, trust me. If any of you know what it's like to do these things and prepare things and get guests, wow. So anyway, we do this thing. And we have this little jingle, which one of the guys in the chat room, Mr. Ned Rush, wrote. And this is it. I say this every week and just go.
What's on Simon's browser?
What is on Simon's browser? Now, you know what's on Simon's browser at the moment is actually us, Tim, because I was watching it on there to see the chat room. So,
oh, excellent.
It's not now. It isn't now. So, now this one is from my hometown of Bolton, but the reason it's from Bolton is because one of our previous guests, the amazing Manchester-based, but via Bolton, Superlative. So I don't know if you can see Tim, because I can't right now, but one of the episodes we had Superlative, who's an amazing rapper, a UK rapper, and he's done tracks with Mr. Scruff, and he's got a really cool DIY attitude, and he's really making noises and waves. So much so that when I first spoke to him, he was doing a series of performances and workshops with Reform Radio, and they were sort of funded by Youth Music. So he actually won an award, which is definitely the first of many for this guy. So if you don't know who Superlative is, you need to get on the case and go and see him. So, like I say, he's done tracks with Mr. Scruff, and he's currently, he's just been on tour with the Mouse Outfit, like a hip-hop band, like sort of jazzy hip-hop from Manchester, and they're mega as well. And there's a lot of activity around that kind of scene at the moment. A lot of people are getting interest from labels. I can't say any more than that, so I'm not saying anything. I think those who know anyway. So check out Superlative, and he won an outstanding act. So it was basically he won an award for being one of the best acts from a project supported by Youth Music. If you don't know who Youth Music are, amazing, one of the biggest UK music charity, and they help so many things. They help schools to get technology, computers, like really all kinds of activity. Amazing stuff. So yeah, big up Superlative, and we shall have you back on the show soon.
He's just messaged in the chat. Big
Oh,
love.
is he?
Hope you're
Yeah,
both
big
doing
love.
great.
Oh man, this guy's awesome, and he knows that I know. This guy, this guy's good. Good things. The future's so bright. He needs to wear shades. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. And so other things. Now I like to mix it up, Tim. So I'm going to show you two things I've been listening to in the last week. And one, now I don't know whether you know about these guys, but Strategy's been around for some time. Drum and bass MC, doing great things. A friend of a friend. I don't know him actually, but Ton does. Our friend Ton Piper. And but this is kind of like a newish thing that he's been doing. I'm not going to play it. You can go and find this and play it. It's like really sort of super modern, up-to-date grime. But the lyrics on this one, I'm literally talking about just across the way from me, like still shopping on Salford Precinct. And it's honestly, it's just dark and dirty. So if you like your music really authentic, kind of local Manchester, Salford grime, it's amazing.
Salford Precinct.
But the reason I mention it is the label is from Deep, Dark and Dangerous, and they're based in LA, California. So, this music's getting passed across the world. Brilliant, thanks for the internet. And on other sections, have you ever heard of this guy, Tim? You've heard of John Hopkins, haven't you?
Oh, I was listening to him just this morning. He's released a new EP on music for psychedelic treatment.
Therapy. Just look at your screen.
That's
Tim.
the one. That's the one.
Just look at your screen. It's on there now.
Oh, it is. Oh shit, yeah. By the way, just to clarify, I can't see Simon's shared screen.
No, you can't. You can't. So yeah.
Oh, how on point.
Yeah, you're loud now, is it? Because I'm loud. But
It's probably because I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Max is back. He's back here now. So.
Oh, excellent.
But yeah, so this is like I'm not going to say it's a departure for him. This is kind of another side of his sound, but it's it was described best as the best way to listen is in one sitting with the lights out, and I said I'd do it on Sunday and I haven't. So you get the idea. It's a vibe and it's a journey. So check it out. Seriously, it's really good.
Yeah, it's cracking.
And I'll just do one more. Now, this is the reason of this. So, Inti is also a guest that's been on this show. Now, he's putting a single out on Friday that I just so happen to have produced. There's just a little shameful plug in there, you know what I mean? Shameless, shameful, whatever. So, yeah, I produced this. But even better, my 13-year-old boy has done the video. And it's a stop-motion Lego video. And even if you don't like the song, which you will, even if you don't, it's kind of like a retro sort of 80s indie punky affair. I don't know. It's cool. Check it out. It's out on Friday. But yeah, my boy did the stop motion animation. It's like Lego and stuff. So that's out Friday. So this here is just the saved page for the audio because it was the only thing that's waiting that I could find to show you. So Friday, check it out. And that's Simon's Browser. There are two more things open. One is Rachel's Certified Trainer page, and the other is another mystery caller that we've got at just after 8 o'clock. So I might go back to here. Anyway, so let's just go back. So just give me a sec, Tim. I've got to get my cursor across to screen 3.
Screen 3?
Boom. Yeah. So
You there?
Yeah. We should be. Just one sec. He's chilled. It's okay. The dog is chilled. He started to sort of ramp up his activity when we do these things. So anyway, not long. Those who are waiting for Rachel, you've got 20 minutes. You'll be all right.
Those of you that haven't already left, you've got 20 minutes till Rachel comes up.
We've been doing this since February, so
Fast and loose, people. Fast and loose.
Fast and loose. Have that. So anyway, Tim. So I wanted to show you something. So. Tim and I both play guitar and we work with all kinds of music. I mean, like, personally, I do all kinds of stuff. And I used to think it was a bad thing, but it definitely isn't. You know what I mean? No. I actually am excited by piano music, things like Oliver Arnold's, and we like Max Richter and stuff like that. And, but also, like, come up through drum and bass and hip hop and heavy metal, rock and stuff like that. So I'd love it all. And so one of the projects I'm working on with Martin from Inspiral Carpets, which we've played stuff before because it's usually something that I'm chipping away at most times, and he won't mind me playing this. But this is a remix of a song that we've done, and the original is kind of like that's out soon. So when that's out, I'll play that. And this one, it's called "Load Up on Love," and it was it's kind of like a Motown song. So instantly we just changed it, sort of like Motown, but with like Stooges sort of punk guitar thing on it. I think I've played it you, Tim, anyway. But so I'm not even going to play the remix. You can't see this time. I've just realised that you're not.
I can, but 22 seconds behind.
Yeah.
It's very useful.
Screen. Yeah. Oh no, the dog wants in. Dog wants out.
Go and sort that dog out.
I'll just. I might. One sec.
He'll come in and then start scratching at the door and won't go out.
For you and everything. I mean, come on, mate.
He's worse than the cats.
Nah. No, at least he's like he stays floor based. You know what I mean? Anyway.
Floor based.
Floor based dog. Man doesn't jump.
What you want in a pet is you want to make sure that it's floor based.
Yeah. Floor based. You don't want these aerial acts like you've got. Jeez. Anyway.
Quick question before you continue.
Yeah,
don't let me spoil your flow.
No,
Photon says, Hi Simon, quick question. Did you name your dog after Max for Live?
No.
Unlikely.
Right, is Photon in the house? Yeah. Where is it? I can't see it on mine. When did he say? Oh, there we go. Quick question. Yes, Photon, I need to speak to you as well. Sorry, it's been absolutely mega crazy for a change. So, yeah, thanks for joining. So, Photon, by the way, if you're Manchester-based, well, even if you're not really, David runs the Manchester Ableton Live user group. He's the guy, and we'll be doing something very cool soon. And he's also been on the show before. Wow, we're stacking him up here, aren't we?
Stacking.
In fact, the last 4 people that have commented on there, we've all been on the show. Anyway, that's good. So if you've never joined us before, go check out the archive. We've had Lena's been on here, Cy Medway Smith, who told us a great story about recording Bono, and that we shall take with us. We just constantly refer to that conversation, don't we?
Ned's been on more times than
and Ned
we've
is
changed
like
underwear.
Basically, yeah. Well,
you might as well live here.
Speak for yourself, mate. And, yeah. Anyway, so I was going to show you this, Tim, and I was talking to you only, I don't know, last week I think it was, and when it's this sort of time of year, just past my birthday, I've usually got like found the excuse to buy some more gear. So I bought a MIDI guitar, right? So it's a MIDI.
With your birthday money.
Yeah, birthday money. I'm of a certain age. Man still gets birthday money. So I just wanted to show you that first because I've not seen you. And to be honest, it's mega. So let me just turn it on. So if you look.
Oh yeah. You've got to show this off.
It's,
show it.
Triple play, but by Fishburne, and I'm not endorsed in any way. Although my friend Steve.
Although we're welcome to offers.
Oh, of course, yeah. You watch the volume on that laughter, you Tim. It's insane. But
I'll sit back here.
But my friend Steve, who used to work with. Oh, it sounds like when somebody joins on. No, I'm joking. My friend Steve was the product specialist for them. But anyway, so it's totally wireless. Ned, you'd love this. So it's totally wireless, Bluetooth. You switch it on and it just works. There's a little dongle in the computer, not unlike the Cubase dongles. If that's.
Is there any software with it?
Yeah, you get some kind of. It's like.
No, I mean, is any software necessary to get it operated?
I think I installed some sort of. It just worked. I can't remember. I was that excited. So, you basically, I'm just playing like you can probably see. You can just literally, I'm playing a piano, so.
It's genius, that.
It's cool, isn't it? I mean, the stuff's been around for years. Like Roland of, that's it. The pickup. It's just the pickup, Ned. Watch. So Ned was just asking about. You can take this off, right? So that is like all it is, and you can just put this. I can take this off. That's all it is there. This.
Taking it off.
There it is. Yeah, I've taken it off. So you can put it on the acoustic as well if you want, because it's got like a magnetic thing. So I just put that on there. Doofer. So, I mean, I would say, Tim, can I safely say that you and I are not the best pianists in the world?
I think that would be a safe bet, yeah.
But we can play a riff or two on the guitar, would you say?
Yes, we can dabble.
You're still on screen share, so you're a tiny screen. We shouldn't be, should we?
You've done something so that I could see your screen.
Okay, yeah, but, Oh, me. Sorry. Right. Okay. So yeah, I see what they're saying. Yeah. So I can move mine up. Yeah. You're right. Good.
So they're
Good
probably
point.
all thinking,
Yeah.
what is
Yeah.
this device?
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. So if I just go to that bit there, I can resize it. Sorry, guys. I mean, there's Tim, for example. Tim looks great. I resize. Good point. Yes. Good
Thank
point.
you.
Yes. I would have been very small, but you can just hear the dog barking. If I go like that, there you go. That's the view I was looking for. So yes, yeah, you're right. I'm just kind of floating, but I wanted to show him it. But yeah, so that's that, and I'm just playing what's it called? Arturia piano. So we're just doing that. There you go. I can see it now. Good point. Whoever said that there, you're still on. Yes.
Mast.
Yes. Well done. Thanks for that, mate. You're right. Yeah. Thanks for telling us because then we know.
Make it big.
But yeah, so I'm just playing this. So you can see it there. I mean, I've got a track behind it, so there's quite a bit of latency. I've got that. Well, I've not put the pickup back on right, but it still works. Mega. So yeah, it's pretty good, and you can use any kind of thing.
Marvellous, that, mate. Ned's liking it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't about me sort of coming and go, yeah, look what you can do. You can play string orchestras and all sorts. But I was actually coming on to show Tim this track here anyway. But I just thought, oh, yeah.
No, it was a great segue. I need one of them. I need one of them.
Yeah, you can get the wired version for about 180 quid. And you obviously need the wired. But I thought if I'm going to go in, I'm going to sell me Roland one. Let's go and do it.
Do the job properly.
Yeah, we've disappeared now, Tim. Do we want to be seen or not? I don't know where we've gone. So...
You can get rid of us if you need.
Well, anyway, I think it's a bit friendlier, isn't it, to have us somewhere? But how do I get us back on? Just like these crazy things. I don't know. Where have we gone? Yeah. Anyway, so what I'll do is just show you what I was going to show you in the first place. I'm just going to move that anyway. Oh, I don't want to do a poll, do I? Jeez. Where have you gone? Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. There we go.
Found us.
Right, yeah, okay. We just have us just sort of chilling up there somewhere. If I could do it that way, there you go. Because I mean, it's just nice to know there's a human behind all the madness, isn't it? Jeez. Right, okay. So, yeah, what I was going to say is, so I buy all these things, and I've had lots of conversation about gear acquisition and things like that. And yeah, oh, Ben Siddall's there. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Yeah, but you sort of buy these things. I mean, so I've got a whammy pedal after wanting one for a time. You can see that, Digitech whammy pedal. Right, so I got that, and then because it wasn't plugged in, I just started doing something on here, and then guess what? There's me on here, and I'll just show you what I was doing. And so I just ended up using the version on Guitar Rig, and you know what? It's really good. So what I did, I got this guitar sound. And I just thought I'd show you this, Tim, because I was building it up last night. I was doing this track with Martin, and it's a remix. So what I did, he had to just nip out for 20 minutes. So while he went, I just sort of jammed, and it just came up with loads of different ideas. But this one thing was like a stab that I'd done. So if I just, in the song, it was like a guitar stab. So this is what it goes like. So we just turn the guitar rig off, and I've got an LFO and an auto filter. This is all it was. Doesn't sound much, does it? Oh, I've got an echo on as well. I can't see it because my other camera's in the way, so just give me a sec. So I've got an echo and a chorus. So I've gone a little bit crazy with the effects, but so this is all it was originally. It's nothing really that interesting, is it really? But oh, hang on, I'll use this one. This is the better channel for it. So here you go. So I built this effect up just from like a guitar rig. So I'll turn that off. And I've got the LFO. And if you watch this show regularly, we're always faffing around with Max for Live stuff that you get in live anyway. It's not too complicated. Got echo on. So all it was this, Tim. So this is what I was going to play. There you go. That's it. So that's all it is. Just a dry guitar. And
right.
I just wanted to get like a sort of, regenerating effect. So I found this. And what I did is use the pitch shifter whammy pedal thing in Guitar Rig. I think it's Guitar Rig 5. I can't remember. Yeah, Guitar Rig 5. So it's quite an old one. But you can see it's moving up and down there. So you can map. I've mapped this LFO. If you see on my screen, if I just go. There you go. So you can see that. It should be a little bit clearer. So this here, the LFO is just going up and down as if you've got someone moving that fader up and down. And I've just mapped it. So if I turn that off, nothing happens. You see this there? That's the pedal. If I just zoom back out. So there's nothing moving here now. So what I did, I mapped this movement up and down from this oscillator, just moving up and down that nice little sine wave, and I mapped it to this. So that's basically moving that pattern from the pedal. Does that make sense, Tim?
It does. I didn't realise. In fact, I was thinking about something along these lines today, and I didn't realise that LFO would allow you to map inside something like guitar rig. That's cool.
So all you do, if it's a VST or an audio unit, if you're on a Mac, well, you can be on a Mac anyway, can't you? So anything that you have on the plugin, and Native Instruments ones have got their own mapping system, so they can be a bit cheeky sometimes. They don't want to, but so if I go on the dry wet there, Tim, you see that dry wet? If I move it like this, if you press configure over there, it's saying move something, and I'll see if I'll let you do it. So I'm going to do the dry wet on the top left there. Oh, it's let me do it. So then I take configure. So it's like when you map things in Live, you know, when you just map stuff and you want to do it. So now I've got that there. And if I wanted to, I could map the dry and wet. Now I don't, because it'll just sound like, I don't know, it depends what the effect is. But you get the idea. So if I play this guitar sound now, it's got this kind of, the pitch is going, so it depends where it catches it. And I'm only playing it at the beginning of each bar, so it should like catch in a really weird place, and every time it should be a bit different. Let me just, I'll make the, I'll increase the movement. Right, there you go. So in fact, the rate there is on like every couple of bars. I'll make it really wacky. There you go. It's just going nuts now. So.
Christian said, I didn't know that was possible. Need to try that.
It is possible. Well, I'm glad that this section of the show does get a little bit of love.
That's why I made sure that I read out Christian's comment.
Yeah. Oh, nice one, man. So you get the idea. So then I put the auto filter on. Bit of echo. And we're off. We're off. There you go. Is that better, Tim?
Yeah.
Do you know what's really weird, right? I must have 3 screens in here and I can't see what time it is on any of them. So I'll just bring a few things in because there's something else I want to show you.
Ned says that stab sounds a bit Bobby Brown.
I love it. That's exactly what I wanted it to be. So you've got to have a slippy bass, Tim, yeah? You need a slippy bass. Do you agree?
Slippy.
Slippy. You getting it? What else do we got? No, let's just bring it all in. Come on.
Do it.
It takes about 4 bars, like 4 cycles to get through. But is it working?
Oh yeah.
So I've got this other sound that comes in here. Someone's just WhatsApped me, but you know, I can't answer it. Here you go.
Underwater Sunlight says, wow, that bass. Winning. Slippy bass.
I don't know what this is like, but
it's cool as this side. I don't think I've heard this before. Or it must have been in a much earlier state.
no, I only did it last night.
Oh, what was the one that you were going to show me? Is that next?
This is the beginnings of the remix for the other track that I was telling you about.
Right, sorry.
So the only reason that I thought, I must show Tim this, right? Because apart from working together, so the stuff that me and Tim do is just totally nothing like this. But there are little snippets.
Oh, there's elements though.
There's elements of like, ooh, what have you been eating? Anyway, so while I wanted to show you, this is just something that, you know, because if you've never seen us do this sort of thing before, there's usually a reason, and it all comes back around eventually. And I know you're all waiting to see Rachel. So now what I did, so on this sub thing, they have this thing called Subgate, and it's not some sort of political movement or anything. So if you see that, I've got a gate and I've got a side chain on there. So some of you are used to side chaining bass and things like that. So what this has done, if you look here, I've got a trigger from bass line. So what I'm doing, I'm using the bass line itself. So I'm using a trigger, which is actually from the hi-hat to open and shut the bass. So I'll just show you what it's like without. And all it does is just give it that little cheeky slip. So this here is the hi-hats. So if you look at the gate there, this is the channel we're looking at, is listening to the hi-hat. So every time it sees this, the level of the hi-hat goes up, it opens the gate to let the bass come through, which is kind of like what a sidechain does anyway. But you can be sort of a little bit more rhythmical. So if I go to this one here, I'm using this as my chain here. But then if I go here and play a 16th note pattern, so imagine doing that. So this is the one that people hear, and this is like the kind of trigger version. So if I just copy the 16th note down to there, what it's going to do is play the bass in that way. So I'll take the hi-hats out, and just this, you don't hear this anyway because it's a trigger. If I play the bass now just as it is, right, it's just like, whoa. I mean, it's pretty big here, isn't it? So there is the gate. And then if I turn this on so you can hear it, can you hear now? It's kind of ducking in and out a little bit more. And what you can do is play with the sensitivity of it. So if I change this here, you can make it hold for longer. Slow the attack down. Can make the release really quick, so it's just really. And then if I play this one up here, so I'm going to use the 16th notes. Can you hear that now? It's going.
That's all right as well, isn't it, with that other hi-hat?
Yeah, you can hear it now. Change of the 16th now.
Well, that works, doesn't it?
I think so. I was just trying to like. For me, this is quite minimal. So So there's somebody at the door, Tim. Should we let them in?
Let them in.
Right. So we can just say goodbye, Ableton Live, for now. In fact, let's just stop playing it. So yeah, I mean, we don't always look at sort of dance music per se, do we? But I mean, that one's just a bit of a vibe, isn't it? So
no, it was a definite vibe.
I've been going out again. I went to the Warehouse Project.
I've been going out again, Tim, and now you've seen the results.
Are you ready? Everybody in the chat room, let's have a big welcome. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play one of Rachel's tracks first, because if you've never met Rachel before, honestly, I'd need to play about 10 videos to give you a vibe. But this one, I wanted to play this first. Let's get my mouse over. Now this, I wouldn't normally do this to an artist I have loads of respect for and a friend. But like, she's actually doing a cover here, but it's what she's done with it and how she's playing it. I just thought, you know what, she could. The song choice doesn't really matter, but I think it showcases Rachel's skills as a producer and a performer. And we'll talk about the songwriting bit shortly. So, big up Rachel. We're going to play. So this is actually a Little Nas cover, Montero, that she did. And if you do know the original, it's even great what she's done with the vocals, because it's a male vocal originally. She's done it in female vocal. It's just great. Let's do it.
I think the chat room seems
ready.
It's
alive.
Got it bad just today. You hit me with a call to your place. Ain't been out in a while anyway. Hoping I could catch you throwing smiles in my face. Romantic talking now, you don't have to try. You're cute enough to fool with me tonight. Looking at the table, all I see is red and white. Baby, you living the life, but baby, you ain't living right. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not phased, I'm only here to sin. Even in your garden, you know that you can. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on my way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on my way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on my way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me out by your name, I'll be on my way. Wanna sell what you're buying. Wanna feel on your chest in Hawaii. Want that jet lag from falling and flying. Hear me crying out loud while we riding. Oh, why me? Sign of the times every time that I speak. Time and a night, it was mine every week. What a time and incline, God was shining on me. Cocaine and drinking with your friends. You live in the dark, boy, I cannot pretend. I'm not phased, I'm only here to sin. Even in your garden, you know that you can. Even in your garden. 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 Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on my way. Call me when you want, call me when you need. Call me in the morning, I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, I'm Rachel K.
Hey everybody, indeed, we are back with the one and only Rachel K Collier. Woo, 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 woo.
Oh, Rachel.
Hi guys, thanks for having me on the show tonight.
Oh, pleasure.
We've been patiently waiting for you, Rach.
I've been excited to talk to somebody other than my computer screen. Well, still the computer screen, but at least somebody's the other side.
Yeah, it's not a bot. So, Rach, welcome. And
thank you.
I'll just go straight away. Congratulations. Congratulations on becoming an Ableton Certified Trainer.
Woohoo, thank you very much.
Big appreciation. Yes, there's some love in there. We got Vicky O'Neal on. Don't tell anybody you're here, Vicky. You're supposed to be the next surprise guest. So, yeah, congratulations, because obviously I know how difficult it is to jump through the hoops that you went through.
Yeah. It was pretty scary, but it was also awesome because it's like, you know, everyone who knows what I do knows that I'm rooted deeply within Ableton. So it was also super fun to go in actually and explore it even more and to prepare, and that was really great. And I think it just keeps on giving, doesn't it? It just keeps on giving, and so that was really good. And also obviously connecting with all the other certified trainers, for example, Lena and Emily and James, and just everybody there. It was just so cool actually to go through the process and and I guess become certified. I gotta say, you know, I don't know if I'll ever feel like a true expert.
Oh, come on now.
But it's but I guess I know stuff, you know, but I feel even with music production, you know, I was saying to my friend, we had a girls' weekend on the weekend, and I said, you know, when I can't really imagine the day when I actually think, oh my gosh, I am the best music producer. I don't think it's like part of it. No, but do you know what I mean? Because if you feel, it's like, I think that's what makes it still always fun, and is the fact that you still feel like there's so much to learn, isn't it?
Exactly. So, the journey of like becoming that's where the buzz is really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you're always chasing the next thing. Like we were just talking like before when we had a quick check about the guitar and how you've like, because the guitar is in shot. If I could show you a clip of you 7 years ago, the guitar in the background, you'd be like, yeah, it's not mine. You know what I mean? But it is,
no, that's true.
It is. You saw mine. You couldn't get it in red, so you got it in white. That's how
I got it in white. My little telly there. I love that thing, by the way. It's like
mega.
That's opened my sort of brain in an amazing way. So I was saying to my guitar teacher the other day, I said, when I have a guitar lesson, Izzy, shout out to Izzy.
You got to shout Izzy out. She's mega.
Yeah, Izzy's so great. And she's Vicky's flatmate, so it's all in the family. And I just said, like, I love it because it's like one of the only things I do in music where I have absolutely no expectation on myself.
Yeah.
And sometimes just taking away the expectations, within music, it's that doesn't happen. When we sit down in the studio, it's like, you must deliver. You have 1 hour. Deliver. Yeah. Deliver. Get good bass line. Do not. So it's like
and
with the guitar.
How Rachel's inner voice sounds.
That's my inner voice. You must do it. But with the guitar, obviously, I can suck, and it doesn't matter. So it's quite cool. That's really nice.
That's me on piano. That. Or singing, but it's like, yeah, you got to do it. So where are you up to on guitar? Where would you say, like, what are you learning currently?
Oh gosh, so we
Don't
do
be
like
shy.
every week we do like a different strumming pattern. So we do like lots of rhythm guitar. I've done all of the 5 pentatonic shapes.
Oh yeah, good.
Is there 5? Yeah, across all the fretboard, and we do little solos, and Izzy says that I sound like Neil Young. I don't know if it's a compliment or not.
Yeah, it's a compliment because he searches for the notes and he finds it sometimes.
Stay on one note, probably me.
Great,
yeah. And then what else do we do? And then we do like different picking patterns. Okay. But it's good. It's enough for me to be able to implement it into music production.
Well, there you go. That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a songwriting tool now.
Yeah, exactly. So I just love it as well. It's like it's really opened my brain, and I actually don't know that much about music theory. I know a lot less than I guess some would expect. Put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I didn't really know about pentatonics.
I thought you did. Yeah. Penta,
do it, Rachel.
5.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
My music theory is not very good. I only know the pentatonics because I remember the shapes on the on the fretboard. That's it.
That's it. Yeah. Well, now I know, thanks to Izzy. She's teaching me quite a lot of theory stuff, actually. So it's almost like I'm getting a bit more for my money, really.
Indeed, it sounds like a bargain. Where can we sign up?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So no, she's great.
A few things from the chat room. First of all, another previous guest of ours, the amazing Sarah Sims. How are you doing? Oh, great to see you as well. Have you ever met Sarah from? She looks a mixed in key and everything. She's wicked. She's been on the show, and also, just who else is in there? So Superlative, who we hold high regard for. He is doing a course at Spirit in Manchester. And what was the comment? Because I don't want to.
I'm going back reading it so I don't butcher it. We literally watched this. So that your video, Rachel, we literally watched this in uni today as a demonstration of an expressive live performance.
Oh wow!
Expressive, Rachel. Expressive. That's
awesome. Nice. Oh, thank you. There's a funny story. I mentioned this to Si the other day, didn't I? My lovely manager. After I think it was I did Running Out of Daydreams, politely said that I didn't push myself hard enough. Or
you said you didn't press the push.
Maybe. So I was like, well, you know what? Fine. I'm going to do another performance and I'm going to live loop everything from scratch and sing and loop and basically, try to go for it a bit more. So I did for that performance. And I think it paid off, actually. People seem to really like it.
Mega.
Yeah.
Mega.
So at the time, when people give you that criticism and you're just like, but then you walk away and then obviously it's kind of helpful to have those criticisms, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I think from those close to you that you respect, that I think when you told me that, that manager Ben said that, I think because it's someone close to you, like, oh fuck, you know what I mean? You get a bit
really offended.
But it's the same with my missus. It's like I'll play something and I creep up at the end of a session and go, yeah, what do you think of this? And I'm thinking, this is mega this. And she'd go, yeah, it's all right. Can you imagine a female vocalist? And I just I just get out of the room and go,
out. Yeah.
But obviously she's being honest. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, why would she fabricate some story to just send me down a completely different direction? Because, she wants me to do the right thing. So it's good. Well, it's good in the end,
isn't it? But I got so defensive. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, you can't loop the drums in the middle of the song. It ruins the structure, and because obviously with like live looping and stuff, there's quite like oh gosh, how you like build the set live is... Oh my goodness, it's like really important that you consider the structure of the song, because sometimes you don't want to, you want to do this dreamy intro and you don't want to give away the groove. And so there's all these little things. I feel like live looping, especially when I'm doing it with Push 2, it's all about where on the push and on the grid you put the clips to build the arrangement, if you know what I mean. So but it's definitely, yes, it is fun, obviously challenging yourself to that level and actually trying to loop up do 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 do, and also call me when you want, call me when you need, call me in. I've done that loop, now I press stop, keep the other one looping, then try and loop another one. That one's another 2 bars. So like you're doing the other one, you're like looping one thing which is 2 bars and then at the same time looping something which is 4 bars. So it's like
Rachel, from that little performance you just did there, I can't see that being a problem for you.
No.
And I've just got to read out a comment there. Mike Smith says, most cutting comment from my good lady wife. Well, that's definitely going somewhere.
Yes, Mrs. Smith. You know.
Shout out to Mike, by the way. He is awesome knob twister. Yes, Mike. Hey, Mike.
Just to let you know, Rachel
Hello, Mike.
did say knob twister then, and we will ask what that means shortly. It's not as rude as it sounds.
No.
But just so I don't lose thread, because it happens sometimes.
Sometimes.
What's this, Rach? There you go.
Oh, yeah. I found some more the other day, I need to get them back online.
Oh yeah, I was going to say, what you're going to do with them. So I have answers if you want to know. But anyway, just so I don't lose my thread. Now, a close friend of ours just happened to do something this weekend. I'm talking about you, Vicky. And she was involved in the unbelievable mega drumathon that I don't know if you've heard about. So I was telling Tim after I got invaded on Saturday morning by Vicky, and I'll say this in a minute. So Vicky, if you're out there, just join that link that I sent you. But Vicky was basically there, and she was part of it. And I tried. Oh, there you go. So I tried to find a good piece of video to find, but there were so many, and I didn't have time to do it. So
so cool.
Let's give a big welcome to another previous guest of ours, the amazing Vicky O'Neal. Woo! So we'll bring her in live. So she's going to come in and it's just going to be on. It's going to be amazing.
There she is.
Hey.
Vicky O'Neal. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix it up just to make it look more welcoming. I'm going to put Vicky over there.
Nice top, Vix.
Rachel over yeah, amazing. Yeah, you two, do you like go shopping on the retro vibe thing? Or you just...
Well, actually, that's Vicky bought that from my new venture site, RKC's Retro.
I heard about this.
So it's side hustle.
Side hustle. Anyway, we got Vicky O'Neal on my top left.
Yeah! She's got the kit out as well.
Geez.
Brilliant, Vix.
Vicky, what can I say? Big applause. Woo! It was amazing. So for those people who didn't see it, you can go and watch it now on the iPlayer because it's on now. So this young lady on the kit and some of her amazing friends raised, I think it's nearing 3.5 million. Is that right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's mad.
Unbelievable.
And it was, I mean, just tell us what happened, Vicky, because it was mega. I got the whole report because it was in Media City, which is just up the road from me. And You tell us. Give us the update, Vicky. So.
I mean, I shouldn't really take too much credit for it. It's Lyon Evans, who is from Wales, actually only 20 minutes away from Swansea, where both me and Rachel are.
She'll talk about that.
who drummed for 24 hours. And he is not a professional drummer. He's a hobby drummer.
Whoa.
And he's a weather reporter for BBC. So some of you might already know of him from there. And he just decided to do this crazy challenge to raise money for children in need. And wow, did it work? It's a record-breaking challenge. No one's ever raised that much money for children in need. And it's just been like mind-blowing to see the numbers go up. And it was basically 32 professional drummers that joined him. So it was 32 drum kits all set up in the Philharmonic Hall. And then it was also like a samba band, and a dole drummer, a tabla drummer, a drum corps, and we all played the news theme.
Yes, it was a bag of that. Yeah.
In the one
so good.
Which we call Big Bang, and I'm still buzzing from it. You saw me because I went a cup of tea to Simon's place the following morning, and it was just like, oh God, what's just happened? This is amazing.
Oh, it was so good.
And just the power of having so many kits, so many drummers in the same room is like, it's amazing. Here's Patsy representing.
Yeah.
So yeah, Vicky, well done, and it was so good to see, because how do you say Owain? Owain, yeah, because I know somebody else who's got the same name, but you just say it anyway. So Owain, and even when he was interviewing the drummer, he just kept playing all the time, like on his ride cymbal, and he just talking to him. That was mega. But yeah, and I see that he played Foo Fighters with you.
Yeah, that was so much fun.
You see, what's mad is my missus, some favorite band is either Foo Fighters or Stereophonics, and you played a Foo Fighters track, and Charisse played Stereophonics track, and I'm just like, and then you both came around like, whoa, and just like, so yeah, amazing. So what's up and coming for you? I know you've been darting up and down the country and stuff like that. What can you actually tell us, Vicky, that you're allowed to speak about at the moment?
Well, I just landed an interesting gig today, actually, as a playback tech for James Bay for a festival.
James Bay, never heard of him. Who's that? Never heard of him. Yeah. Hold back the dude, that's him, isn't it? Hold back the
river.
Yeah.
Hold back the river, let me. That's what. Yeah.
So that's not something I usually do, but it's a nice little.
Yeah. What you missed out then, since running the whole of the Olympics homecoming gig at Wembley, I've not really done much like that for a while. So I thought, I'll just do something like this guy on his guitar.
I'm so quiet.
Yeah, I'm
never
so
doing
quiet,
anything.
Yeah.
Always at home.
And an exciting Ableton thing is it's an event that the California Ableton guys are organizing specifically for drummers and Ableton users. Wow. And it's called Drummer Sessions. And I want to be doing a workshop there. And that's happening on the 2nd of December from 8 to 11 p.m. So that's something.
Is that UK time?
That's UK time, yeah.
Oh, that's quite good. Well, if you can send us a link near the time, and if it's something that people can watch, then if not, we can do that. But no doubt you will be coming on the show again, Vicky, for sure. So, but yeah.
Can't keep up with Vix.
Well,
she's 100 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm from you, Rach.
Yeah, like we were saying the weekend, it's just like the busiest person that I know, because you were there for 24 hours, and then I think you slept a little, and then you're driving down to London, do another gig, and then you didn't get back till Sunday. So wicked. That's the way it is. I hope you're getting some rest though. Yeah. Don't want to burn out. The world needs you. Yeah, I know we're all guilty of that, aren't we? Of burning ourselves out for music, and it's mostly worth it.
Yeah. No, we've got. It's quite nice though. There's where we are. There's like a massive beach. So me and Vix the other day just like went and had like a cheeky little lunch to me Vix on the beach. Debrief.
We don't have any beaches in Birmingham.
No.
Oh,
well, see,
yeah.
If you follow these two on Instagram, I don't need to ask you anymore what you've been up to. I just do that and go, there you go.
That's
my closer. Now, Vicky's is entertaining. It's just the stuff you were doing in Bristol and Liverpool as well. That was really good. But yeah. Definitely. Do it.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna-
no
Thanks for
worries.
coming on.
You
Lovely
do
to see
it.
you, Vicky.
Yeah, well done, Vix.
Thanks for
Amazing
coming in.
job.
Speak soon, young lady. Excellent
Yes.
stuff.
Bye.
See you later. So we're going to play a video now, Rach, and this is guess what? It's you, right?
All right.
And this one is, we talked about live performance before, but ironically, I'm playing this so we can talk about songwriting and production, which is the bizarre thing that sorry, I've just seen.
Let's do it. Yeah.
So no beaches in Birmingham. That's your new one, Tim.
Are you in Birmingham, Tim?
Unfortunately, so yeah.
Ah, okay.
Can you not tell, Rachel? Can you not tell from his accent, look? He's good.
I'd apologise. I'd apologise to any watchers from Birmingham, but I think they understand. Yeah.
Yeah, when you say it now, yeah, of course you are. Coroi! But
Right there, Beb. All right.
Come on now, it's not the right time or place for this.
I love that. I do.
Yeah,
my ex came from Solihull, is it? Solihull?
Oh, Solihull. That's a posh bit of Birmingham. I think it's
Is
the
it?
only one.
All right.
Oh dear, I think we better play a video quick because I know, I know where this goes next. I know where this goes next. So yeah, of course, it's just so. The reason I'm going to play this, Rach, we can talk about this when you come back, but this is like a minimal sort of setup, and I've not cut the beginning off, so you are actually talking about how you're setting up. I want to ask you about the foot controller because in two different
go for
videos,
it.
one is the Roland and you've got the soft step, so I want to know which is the best one for me to
Sure.
use. So
Yeah,
first of all,
let's
I'm gonna
do it.
play this. So this is what you call your doorless performance, which basically
Doorless rig.
yeah. So there's no Ableton Live in this, but this is where the journey begins, and this is what I'm going to talk about. So let's get it on. So this is what's the name of this song? I keep forgetting.
It's called I Wish You Well.
Indeed. So this is live in your back garden.
In the back garden, exactly.
I'm Rachel K Collier. Hope you're all having an awesome summer. Welcome to my back garden. I'm here with my favourite doorless rig. I've got the MC707, little Juno here, and I've got my VT4 vocal pedal for, of course, the vocal effects. And I have been having a very, very, very fun time with this rig. In this video, I'm going to share with you one of my latest discoveries with the MC707, and that is that you can now plug in an external MIDI controller to send program change messages. So what does this mean? It means I can now connect something like a foot pedal to change the scenes on my MC707, which means I can move through the structure of my performance without having to press anything. I'm going to show you this in action. I'm going to play you a little track that I wrote last week. And yeah, and then if you like it, stick around. I'm going to break it down for you and show you how you guys can do this too. Let's do it.
Rach. Awesome. Let's just get you back on so people can see. But yes.
Oh, thank you.
Loving it.
Thanks,
Marvelous.
Again, more wonderful comments. Now, before we talk about the songwriting, so I said ironically that I wanted to play that song because you performed it, and you can talk a little bit about how you did a little bit of that, because I wanted to ask you a question about the foot pedal.
Yeah, sure.
So the Superlative, it's great that we've got all these great people on, sort of all getting involved. This is what we wanted to do this show for, just people having a chilled conversation, artists and music makers together talking about stuff. And so Sarah Sims, I'll introduce you to, you need to speak to each other for sure. Sarah Sims says, great song and performance. So this is the song we're going to look at next. And the Superlative says, how are you doing so much? I always tell you you're doing too much. But
yeah, you do actually. I have tried to minimise to maximise over the years, but it's just very difficult.
I've heard that phrase somewhere else, Rachel.
Do I have a phrase?
Minimise to maximise.
Yeah.
Oh, the irony of my world. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, no.
It's cool that you think that. So, so Rach, tell us about this song and some of the gear you used, and it was obviously outside, things like that, but we're going to end up where you're going to show us the production that you're working on now to put that out as a proper song.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, exactly. So the song I actually wrote with that, with the Roland MC707 and the Juno. I don't know if you guys can hear this.
Yeah.
That's my little Juno. It's just right next to me. And I did use Ableton actually when I was writing it to, like I was using it, do you know what I mean? To piece together the song. And then like, just because I actually use the session view, it's like the fundamental songwriting tool for me, like just to experiment with different melodies and try out different combinations of melodies, different pre's, different choruses. So even though I wasn't actually producing with Ableton at that point, I was still using it to write and then orchestrate the performance in the MC707. Right. So I'm using the MC707, the little Juno, which is like right next to me. I can kind of show you.
That sounds pretty fat. That is that the little one?
Yeah, it is. I'll show you now with my I got a little webcam here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's brilliant. Like, and it was just like little presets from this. But obviously I'm a bit one-handed here, but it's really cool. Got the chorus, got the delay, got loads of presets on there. So all the sounds, the synth sounds in it are just straight up Juno sounds. They're not even really processed either, because obviously they can't be, because it's just running straight into the Zoom H6.
Oh yeah, wicked.
So that was running into the Zoom H6, and then the MC707, which is down there.
You were recording into the Zoom as the final destination. That's like your...
Yeah, that was the final destination on like on a doorless rig. That's kind of like what I'll do, I guess. I'll just switch back to me now. And so that the setup was actually fairly simple. And then I ended up like, I really kind of liked what I made, but you know, it's all together, right? It's 10 tracks. It's drums, vocal, 2 hi-hat samples, like a vocal sample, a pad, bass. It's very, very, very minimal. And I put, let me know if you think I should release this in the video. Yeah. And everyone was like, release it as it is. But honestly, if I open the project now and show you how it sounds compared to like, it's just so basic. It's fine when it's a video because you've got this visual element. Yeah, but if I uploaded that as it was onto Spotify, like, it's just too basic. It doesn't stand up to modern production standards. Yeah. So I knew that to release that track, I would have to go in on it, which is sometimes hard because it's already written and the magic's kind of, it was quite tricky actually to try to also then not spoil it too much, because knowing me, I would want to like change everything and then like, make it new again.
We'll just add this here. We'll just add that there. Oh,
just add this here. Like add this here. But I was trying really, really hard to not take away from some of that initial performance. And I sent it to Chris Harris, to have a listen. And he was just like, oh, mate, do a vocoder the whole way through the verse. And I was like, I think that's gonna take away too much from like what the what the original is, and obviously what the song is about. It's it's a pretty delicate topic. It's,
Yeah.
you know, there's been a lot of my friends, you know, through lockdown, and, you know, even myself, you know, when you go through something that's actually the biggest pile of crap in the world, it leaves you feeling completely broken. And it's just like, especially one of my mates in London now, and I obviously won't say too much about what's happened, but
That's cool.
she's been left in like a really hard place, you know, and there's like a lot of chat about, oh gosh, you know, why did I do it? Like a lot of regret. And I just thought, you know what though, you've been through a really, really, really rough time. But actually who you are now and what it's done has helped you in some way. And,
Totally, yeah.
and even, you know, even me, when I had my heart broken, the most it was broken, it helps you to be able to move forward and just know like, oh, actually, I know never.
Yeah.
You know, go there
I will
again.
survive. There would be no song like I Will Survive if somebody didn't need to survive, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You also know that you can take all that shit and get back up from it. So you know that you were bigger than it in the first place.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, if you've made it through the other side. So, and actually, it was one of those little like, you know what they call those affirmation cards. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I saw this line about like regret. It was something just saying like, regret the chances you don't take. And I was like, yes, that's what you need to regret in life. The stuff that you think, oh, I'm too scared to do that, or I don't want to do that. That's the kind of things maybe it's like, so the lyric, only regret the chances we didn't take. So it's like more, it's like more of a positive spin on a shit situation,
Exactly.
I guess.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's just like, you know, you've brought light out of darkness, or, you know, whatever.
I guess so.
It makes good food for songs. If you know, if sort of things don't, if your life is all plain sailing, you're going to have to write songs about the sea and the breeze a lot more, you know what I mean? So you've got to sort of like draw on experiences and stuff. So that was one thing I was going to ask you, because, you know, a lot of people sort of get bogged down in the technology and stuff like that. And when it comes down to it, one thing that I've always noticed in the beginning is that you write songs and there's always something relatable to them. It's always bouncing off an experience. So, and I think that's like why people are successful. I mean, probably people just think, oh, Rachel's really good on the push and she's really good on this, but like, you're writing songs that if the songs weren't there, you wouldn't have as many people following you, because the songs make it authentic. And I think that's why you've got a lot of people that are really interested in what you're doing, because it's not just you just going, hey, look what I'm doing. You know, you've never been like that. If anything, you just kind of fight
thanks.
against the ground.
Yeah, I mean, we've chatted about this before. I spent like my sort of very, very early years in the industry with top lining, and I was kind of writing on over really generic dance beats, and it was always some A&R coming in and saying, ooh, that lyric's not quite generic enough, or ooh, that lyric's, you know, that's too generic, or ooh, and it was just like, so you were kind of writing lyrics in this very like fake way, and after a while, it really got to me. It was like, this is bullshit. I was like, why am I writing these words? I'm writing them because somebody wants to make money, and it just, I don't know, it just didn't sit well with me.
Rach, you're describing the Western Hemisphere today. It's like it's everywhere.
Rage Against the Machine.
Even when we were talking like in the break, we were talking about authenticity, and that's what people are buying into now, because everything, it's like
bullshit.
It's just bullshit. Yeah, you see the adverts pop up on anything, YouTube or whatever, and it's all like as if it's being fed to idiots, you know, as if we're taken for idiots, and we can't think behind the lines. And you want to make your music, don't you?
Yeah, no, it 100%. I really struggled with it, and actually, for a while, I used to be very bitter about kind of like, I'd listen to these songs that would like chart and stuff, and the lyrics would just be so shit, and I would just be like, why is this so successful? And I remember I used to get very bitter. But I'm so over that now. Like, obviously, I realised, you know what, and that's when I was like, I don't care if I have to go back 100 steps and earn no money and just like, you know, do a full-time job or whatever until I manage to kind of find my feet again, because I actually made a bit of money, you know, from being in that top line game. I had a chart hit, had like, you know, I did a UK television advert, and I was quite young in the scene, so it was almost like I had again, it was then, and then it was a bit bittersweet because I was just like,
who are these idiots?
I can't, yeah, it was just like I was doing all right for myself. I could have carried on doing that, but I just decided I just didn't like it.
You
It didn't
did the
sit
right
well.
thing. You did
good
the
for
right
you.
Yeah.
thing. I nearly dropped you in it. I was going to play a video and not tell you about it because.
Oh no! Was it one of the cringe?
No. Well, I mean, I won't mention names because we know how it is, but it was a certain performance, and you weren't the actual credited main artist. It was you and someone else performing on national radio.
Oh God! I'm glad you didn't play that.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't have done that. But it was just like, But if somebody knows what you've just said, and then they saw that video, it comes across that it's just like, yeah, she's really good. What are they doing? You know what I mean? It's just like, see how I tactically use the word they. So this is all on YouTube, guys. Just go and do some research of Rachel and
Deep dive. Oh gosh,
I've got to say
yeah.
as well, just it's not even a plug. This is just the video that you did for Ableton about performance was wicked, and also the one that you did a few weeks, I think it was weeks ago or months ago. Sorry, about the songwriting, because that's kind of like what I was saying before. That
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, she writes songs too. Yeah, of course. You know what I mean? So
I think I'm really thanks, Si, for saying that, because it's true, you know, like, and actually,
that's
I
why
used
you
to get,
do it, isn't it? That's why you do it.
And people, and I think like with my community and stuff, it's really cool. You know, the Patreon community, I feel like that is there. It's the love for the music, and then the tech is kind of like, oh, that's cool too. I don't feel it's like tech support RKC. It's not that. It's like, you know, we here to talk about music, and then obviously in my head the technology facilitates the music.
It's a tool. It's the
tool to get there, you know, and it's just funny with the technology thing and even the YouTube thing, because it's not like I set out to, like, you know, right, everyone, I'm Rachel and I'm going to be on YouTube doing tech stuff. Like, it's just like not what I had in my head, you know?
I forgot to say thanks before, by the way, for the extra 30 followers on Instagram that as soon as you announced that you were coming on here, it was like bing, 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 bing. But for those who did follow me, just... you know, hang around. You might see something good now and again.
You won't be disappointed.
Yeah. So I got a great comment from one of your American followers. And there's this thing I've done on the push where I play like sort of bass lines, like sort of jazz bass sort of thing. And he just put, like my right sort of terminology, just put like beast or something like that. And I just thought, I know what the guy means. You know what I mean? Just like,
well, they should follow you, Si. I've learned so much from you, Si, over the years. You know, you've like... kind of been on the journey, isn't it, since I really started? Like, I think you were there the first time I ever like performed in front of people with Ableton.
Was it at Milton Keynes?
At Milton Keynes, yeah. And I had that. I was kind of ill, wasn't I? I wasn't very well, and I remember like just being like, this is my first opportunity to you know, do something with Ableton. And I remember feeling, I really just was not gonna, I was like, right, do it, come on. But I remember being so nervous, like pressing one clip was honestly like, it was so scary.
But it was great. So, and look where you are now. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh,
you're on your way then for sure. But it's like, it's been quite an interesting few years, hasn't it? I mean, it's not a few years.
Yeah, it's been definitely. Yeah, it's been quite like lots of different crossroads that I didn't really expect to take, and I'm still, like we were saying, wasn't it? I'm still trying to find this balance, this very, very fine line between, you know, like you said, the music is first and foremost, but then also, you know, like everything else, doing YouTube and like all the content stuff, and just how do you balance it so that you, well, one, stay sane, but 2, you know, like, and don't burn out, and then 3, like, satisfy those my creative needs, you know.
Absolutely.
Someone said, I saw some random quote the other day, I think it might have been even Emily said this, was it like, creativity is like a child, like it needs attention, you have to give it attention and nourish it, otherwise you turn into some demon. And I definitely do, and I'm definitely trying to find this, like, constantly trying to battle with, like, jobs that I need to do and videos that I need to shoot, and you know, because they do take a lot of time, you know. I was doing one today, and oh gosh, it was hard. The cat came and sat on me, then one of my screen records failed, and I was like, and then, but I was just like, come on, you can do this, dig deep.
Do you know the maddest thing about, you just mentioned video, then I've got like millions of questions that I could ask you, but you could just mention that since I've been doing a lot more video stuff and editing things and whatever, the screen capture at the bright quality, how much space does that take up? It's ridiculous, isn't it?
It is ridiculous, yeah.
When it renders stuff out, because I'm editing Tim and mine's video, which is we will premiere on this show, but it is absolutely nuts. But we've just like done all kinds of like sampling, visual sampling, and we've tried to like sort of put the video together like we do our music. And to be quite honest, we've been inspired by people who come on this show, like we mentioned Superlative before, and Biffin, and they're just kind of like, this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it now. And you know, they're not arrogant people. These are just musicians that just go, well, this is how I do it right now, and I don't have $1 million budget, but you're having it. And it's just like major.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably like, I mean, Tim and I do this quite sneakily, but then like obviously in front of people, and just say like, we invite these people on the show, including you, to just kind of just like talk to these people about their making music process. And we've learned so much, haven't we, Tim? It's just like,
that's cool.
If anybody's watched this, go and watch them back. And it was just like, you know, Cy Medway Smith, don't you? We met in Berlin years ago. And he was just telling us this story. And I hope people who've heard this before, apologies, but I'll just tell you this quickly, about recording Bono for vocals. And me and Tim were just like, he told us this, and we were like, right. And when we went off air afterwards, we just basically went, and Tim was like, right, just talking about vocals. And Tim was talking about vocal confidence and recording and stuff.
In terms of the performance being able to be heard on the recording, you know, do you know what I mean? Making sure that you're aware what you're doing, kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. And so what he did, he recorded Bono. So he set up, like, you know, let's just say £100,000 worth of microphones in the studio, and he was there as like a studio assistant. And the guy who was running the session said, "Oh, Si, just set the mics up and everything. Bono's coming." He went, "Bono?" He went, yeah. We're doing a session and blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, shit, I'm going to record Bono. So he sets all the mics up, and, you know, he tells it better. But so he sets all these microphones up. Bono comes in, and I won't do a Bono impression either. But he just said, usually I would, but on this occasion I'm not. But he just said, have you got an SM57? Didn't he say? Is it 57?
Oh.
And he just gave him one, and then he sang through the songs, and we were trying to work out what era it would be, and I think it was like early 2000s, I think. So I'm not sure what it, like, Cy will know anyway. But so he gave him this SM57, and he was banging through all the songs, and Cy was just getting a level and whatever. And then he went, right, cool, thanks, awesome. And then they turned to the guy and went, is he not going to come in here? No, I've just set all these microphones up. He went, no, that's all you get. And he's just like, have you got it all? He went, oh yeah, we've got it all. And I'm like, yeah, right, that's it. Boom.
Whoa.
Taxi for Bono with his glasses on, looking like an alien.
That's amazing, though, isn't it?
Then me and Tim are like, so was it good? He went, oh yeah, you know, EQ'd it, tons of compression, did this, did that, slipped it in the mix, blah blah. And he was like, what song was it? And
wow.
I said, what song was it? So I went, can't remember. And it was just like, me and him were like, oh no. I think he knows, but, you know, like, it's a period of his life where he was doing so many cool things, and me and Tim were like, right. So, but what Tim was saying though is the actual the performance. He said it just sounded like Bono going for it, and that's what the record sounds like. And it was just like, shit, you know, I've got this wicked microphone here, and, you know, this blue bottle mic and everything. It's just like, yeah, you know, Bono used an SM58 or whatever, just going for it, and then
just like Yeah, screaming down the mic. Amazing.
So, that's what it
Oh
is.
man.
Anyway,
well, I've used that 7B for years, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, it's good for this. But I'd say since I've had this, and obviously lockdown to boot, I've been working on something, and if I come up with a vocal, I just arm the channel, and then I'm on, and it's just like I used to have to set up a mic to record vocals, and I've wrote more songs and they've got more vocal melodies just because it was plugged in and on a boom arm. So I'm writing something, guitar or whatever, just hit record. It's always armed, boom, and it's changed the way faster to get ideas. Leading on to yours. So what the whole conversation initially started with a great little exploration of our hearts and minds. But yeah, the song that you were working on in the live performance, you're now getting that ready. So there's two or three things here that sort of have a think about. So I wanted to ask you about the songwriting process. You've talked about the lyrics and stuff, and now the production of you've kind of, when you were telling us about this before, I was thinking, well, you've like augmented the song, if you like, because, but you want to protect the song's kind of integrity, but at the same time, you know how you want it to sound in that medium, which is like you said, it's not live performance. This is so people can listen to it over Spotify. Because I was thinking, some people might not know what you mean by when it's on Spotify, but it's not just the way it sounds, the way it's consumed, isn't it? Like on mobile phones and on things like that, and it needs to like not stand up against things, but stand out. So over people's phones and over headphones, and it needs to be mastered and all that. So it's got to go through the process, so you stand a chance of it sounding decent anyway.
Totally. And I wanted to do that. The same thing with Run Out of Daydreams. I did the performance, and I actually really wanted to release that at the same time as I released the live looping performance. So I put immense pressure on myself. I just did it like in 12 hours. But if you listen to the two versions, they're not crazily different actually with that one. But they are. But you can hear. Oh right, yeah, that is the real track, and that is like the live looping performance. But you can't have a 10-track thing on spot for my electronic productions. It's not going to be going under 50 tracks. Put it that way. So
it's just the way. It's just the way you manage the sounds, isn't it? It's just like,
So I'll show you. Like but I say it's been quite a challenge because because it wasn't like a straight up, you're making it from scratch. It's like trying to bring life back into it, but it's turned now into an 87-track production. Ooh. So it's gone a little bit more, I guess it's a bit bigger now. And really just trying to, keep some of the original structure. But everything, what I like to do when I'm kind of doing an arrangement is just like beef everything up as much as possible.
It's a thing, isn't it now?
Beef it all up. So like the drums,
rebeefing tracks.
Rebeefing. So I'll like spend a bit of time, just going through and like, so this is the drums now, everything in pink. So it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, it sounds good actually.
Yeah, so a lot more drums. And then that's all like a mixture of like Ableton stuff, EXO stuff, samples. But it was really challenging because the groove is really straight and it's actually kind of a boring groove, but that is the groove. So it was like...
It is what it is, yeah?
It is what it is, yeah. And then I did kind of the same. So here's the original bass. So you can hear how simple it is. And again, I sent this to Chris to have a listen. He was like, mate, you need to beef it, add some more to that bass. So, the modal selector pack that you get with...
we demoed it last time, didn't we?
Oh,
we went nuts.
It was brilliant. So I've got 3 of the modal selector synths there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and then I managed to get the old guitar in there as well. Why can't we hear it though?
Solo the guitar. Come on, let's have it.
Oh, hang on. Yes. Can we hear that?
Hey, that's good.
Yeah, but it's not me.
It doesn't matter. It's the sound. It doesn't matter who played it.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah. I was like, no, I can't play this convincingly. So can you hear it all right, yeah?
There you go.
There we can, yeah.
But to be fair though, Rach, whether it's you playing it or not, in the past you've not had many guitars in your tracks, have you?
No, yeah, there's way more now. So
Yeah.
I've been doing a bit more guitar processing. I got a little counter melody.
I think I've written on a piece of paper somewhere in early 2000s that Rachel will begin to increase the amount of guitars in her tracks. I'll find it.
Honestly, I love it since learning it as well. And then obviously my mate Percussion, who's Little Thief. I just love their band.
Mega.
Every time I go watch their band, I just think I want to be in a rock band after it.
Well.
And I think even working with Mary as well, you know, she's always on the guitars.
Shout out to Mary Spender.
Yeah, shout out to Mary, of course. She's
your other half.
yeah, exactly.
Mary should come on this show. She is mega. If you don't know who Mary Spender is, you mustn't have been on YouTube.
she's the most fearless babe I know.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going to say about
cool.
Mary.
Amazing.
She's a brilliant inspiration for anyone who's like, I'm thinking about doing. Why haven't you done it already? You know, she's just so. She's so like I actually called her like at the beginning of lockdown. Was like, babe, I was thinking one day when I'm, you know, got a few more subscribers, I might do a course. And then like a month later, she was like, right, I want to learn Ableton and you're going to teach me and we're going to film it and then we're going to edit it and we'll put it online. And I was like,
boom.
Oh, and then that was that. So I was like, and she was like, how long will it take? She said, how long will it take to learn Ableton? I said, I don't know, babes, a week. 3 months later.
Tim, have you seen Mary's video? She basically like guessed what a John Mayer sound was going to sound like, made the whole track, and then John Mayer actually contacted her and listened to it. You've got to see it. I follow her on this. What's the other thing that she's on? It's not a Patreon. It's another thing that I follow that Adam Neely's on. And anyway, long story. You've got to see that, Tim. But Rachel and Mary did this video course together, and it's just like two bonkers musicians in the same room, and it's just mega. It's absolutely mega. So
no, it was
amazing.
fun actually. It was pretty good. We had so many teething problems when we started shooting that course. You know, you were just talking about the screen records.
Oh yeah.
Like being like 150 gigs, and like the first week of recording, all the audio peaked. We had to overdub loads of lines. It was brutal, and it was meant to be this whole course, which was going to be production and performance. But after we'd finally finished production, she was just like, babes, we have to put this out separately. And I was like, at the time, I was like, no, they need to like do the connection between. And then she was like, no, we have to separate them. It's like so big. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. Let's just separate them. So, but yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, that was a bloody hell of a learning curve, that was. But
we're gonna put links in there for people who don't know any of Rachel's socials, which I'm sure you do. There's with the Patreon links onto Rachel's Patreon page, you can find out all about the courses and stuff like that. Because that's that kind of
discounts as well in the older Patreon. Yeah. So we do a bit of a discount there for people who sign up to that as well. So.
Put the guitar back on. Fun. Show us the guitar. We'll get into that.
Oh yeah, the guitar. So and then so I've been adding lots of guitars actually lately to my productions. Should I just like crank it a little bit more here for you guys?
Yes, please.
Can you see the Apollo? It's very quiet, isn't it? Oh, it's because it's filtered there. Wait there. Can you hear that?
Can you make us a little bit smaller and make the Ableton screen a little bit bigger? Have you got control over that?
Yeah, I mean, because you won't see it, but I can send it out. Like if Rachel tells me what to zoom in on, I can zoom in because the computer that's got the Zoom call on is a separate connection, so I can zoom in on it and do things. So if you want
so I'm on these
zoom,
pink guitar riffs at the minute.
Yeah.
So yes, we got quite a few little guitar things going on here at the end. But obviously, it sounds terrible not in the mix, but I think I've also turned it up majorly. Oh well, here we go. You can hear it. I can't actually hear it. I think I've broken it. Wait. Oh, I know why. Look, guys, it's going. Oh no, hang on a sec. Is this going to the right? I've just done all my routings for.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't change too much. It's okay if it's not. Yeah, don't change it to come on here, but it's just to show us it's there. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
You don't have to play as this is just a little insight to what you're working on. You don't have to play as a full thing. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I play people bits of stuff every time we're on, don't it, Tim? So it's just like when they hear it, they'll go, "Oh, that's that thing they were working on." So it's cool. It really is.
No.
It really
well,
is.
they are there. So I've beefed up that riff. So all of this here, all this purple and pink stuff is now that riff. That one. So that's all that riff. Obviously beefed up the drums. And then I really wanted to, I've added loads as well with the harmonies and things like that. I went off harmonies because I did so many so long ago, but now I'm kind of like back in the harmony zone. And
good, we like harmonies.
Yeah.
Those ones on the previous video were brilliant.
I'm getting back into it now. So I've like added done quite a few little stats.
Play some of the harmonies. Let's buzz off these. Come on.
Yeah. Should we put the lead in as well? That would help, wouldn't it? So
I love these new strengths I've grown, but in the end it takes two.
Here's the chain.
Oh, yes.
And so I'm happy that we let go. And so we're happy that we let go. Yeah.
So I would never do that like previous, Si, that is but it's like, I guess, I don't know, I'm trying to bring in a bit more of the organic feel, I guess, to my electronic stuff.
Yeah, I'm loving it. I think it's great.
And then I went a bit nuts as well on the end with the old, do you know what I should do? So
can I do a remix?
Yeah, actually, you can.
I remixed two of your tracks, haven't I? And they're the things that bring people to my Spotify. Actually, slow-mos as well.
Well, actually, Si, one of the things you did was the remix competition, wasn't it? And
I did.
It was difficult because we were friends, but I was like, this is one of the best. So, because you don't want to seem biased,
Well,
so
you go with your heart, Rachel.
Yeah, no. So, but then all these ad-lib stuff as well.
Only regret the chances we didn't take. Leave with a story that you can't tell. Might take.
There's like a huge gang here.
Hearts will unbreak, wounds turn to wisdom. I wish you well.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How many?
And then,
how many vocals are in your gang there? Because that's a good sound that people probably don't realise.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gosh, how many? 10, 11, 12, 13, and that's in the gang. But there's also just like straight up BVs as well. Like the block. There's more BVs.
Right.
The gang by itself, if we have a listen to them, I try to do different sounding tones.
I was just going to ask my next question, actually, because we've got one that I really want to layer it up to sound like this. Tim, I'm thinking Draw the Line, where there's like we've wrote this track and it's well weird but kind of catchy. It almost sounds like something out of Les Mis or something. It's mental, but in 6/8 with a bit of Radiohead, it's mental. But so when you're layering vocals up, with these all doing this, they're not harmonies, they're just the same thing, but you're singing them with a different emphasis or tone. Is that right?
Exactly. I'm trying. If we solo it, but it's, it doesn't sound that different to me.
Only regret the chances we did.
If you really listen.
With a story that you can't tell.
And then if I try and solo us a couple, embarrassing, but let's see.
No, it's good. It's good that you can do this.
That one's gentle. Let me try and. There should be some, like, I try to do like only like nasal voices.
Yeah.
Only regret the chance.
That one's me trying to be like, only regret. Like, listen.
I don't give a fuck.
Listen to that.
It's because you've been hanging around with all these Californians, Rachel.
Yeah, probably. I blame Billy for that one.
Yeah.
So, this was a soft one. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're a bit out of tune as well, and I didn't tune them.
That's cool. It gives it that natural chorus, doesn't it?
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not going to tune them. I want to find an uglier one, because I know I've done some uglier ones right there.
We've done some uglier
Here we go.
It's not ugly.
It doesn't sound. It doesn't.
So you know what I mean.
It doesn't sound like you, that Rach. It's just.
I was trying to do like different points from the axis of the mic as well, you know. So like, only regret the chances we did, and then like the other way. And
did you do it like that?
Yeah.
No, honestly, did you?
No.
No.
Well, you should have.
What, tip my head upside down.
Well,
only regret the chances.
No,
I feel sorry for anyone watching this show, actually.
Oh,
no, you mustn't.
They'd only be playing up with us if you weren't here.
Yeah.
So that's...
I'll watching someone play Minecraft, you know what I mean? Only joking. Oh, no, that's
true. That's true.
No, but when you did that then, the reason I asked, because like, we've got these like Ocean Way plugins where you can move the mic in the room, and we use like the Convolution Reverb Pro with positioning on that. And we actually do make a stereo image of where different voices are, and I often use it to like just make the guitars like sit in a mix if there's like a lot of guitar activity. But what you were doing then is like on these plugins and amp things, you can move things off axis and stuff like that. That if you actually do that and do things like this, all the things that you're normally doing, like compression and limiting, you're just doing it yourself, aren't you? You're actually doing
That's so true. Yeah.
So if
just doing it natural.
Yeah, I think it's like you're doing these like little nuances, but then you do have to limit and compress it to get the actual volume from it. You know what I mean? But it's like,
to bring it all to life. I mean, look at the chain on there. I mean, it's not exactly small.
We got Echo Boy, yes, the 1176 tick.
Yeah, we've got quite a few compressors on there. I really like the. I've been using this a little bit lately. The vocal plate.
Oh yeah. I just renewed my Sam Toys.
Oh, definitely worth it. Like, so have a little listen, Si. So I've been using it as well, right? Because you know me, I do the old cheeky little master effects from time to time.
Yeah.
And just like on the intro here, you know, it's just got the little plate on there.
Nice.
On the whole track, this is the automation. It's just that makes it super dreamy. And then it's obviously. Then I did it again. Is it here? Oh, I think it's here. So again, this is the decay automation before this drop.
Be there, we let go. And somewhere be there, we let go. Yeah.
So yeah. So
That's really
I know.
good.
I think I did that by mistake actually, and then I was like, "Oh, that sounds nice. I'll leave that." But yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah. So there's a big chain on there.
The little plate. That was awesome. At the beginning, the way you used that, then it had that sort of like warm glow. It's a bit sort of like rave in it, you know, when you're at the rave and you get that really glowing sound. It's like I get it.
But it's this track
lush,
actually is
really
like
lush, but like sort of still got a bit of force behind it, you know.
Yeah, it is more lush than what I usually write, and it was funny because I think when I write on the MC707, it makes me write in this more like housey way. I think it's maybe the way the drum machine is, but people's response to it was just really nice, and I thought, I'm not going to fight it and try to like, if people like it, then,
of course, it's
let's do it.
Yeah. I really like that. I mean, I know that you've got some of your friends that you've kind of hooked up with. A lot of the sort of, when I mentioned like the West Coast vibe, but I know you speak to Neon Vines, yeah?
And chat to her yesterday, actually. Yeah.
I mean, she's wicked, and like, it's like, sort of you see you guys and how you kind of, you do something quite similar in a way, because you're both pretty like, you can whiz up and down a synth or a push really well, but you sort of like good grooves, you know what I mean, that you instantly go like, oh yeah. So it's like, obviously being in LA is like influenced by the sunshine, you know what I mean, but but Swansea
so nice.
is the equivalent in the UK.
Yeah, it is actually, apart from the weather. So so
there's like, I can hear these kind of sounds, but yeah, to be honest, I think it'd be great for you to go out and play just by yourself and playing some of that and just like wigging out a little bit and just like hands off the dials and just play it out, because if you're doing vocals like that and you've got wicked reverb, it'd just be.
If that's it, well, I got upset. I've got my decks back actually, because I had to sell them a few years ago to buy this iMac that I'm on right now, because I was finishing my album, had a Mac Mini, and it was having these terminal crashes, and it was just crashing like to death.
you know, to black. It wasn't like even Ableton crashed. It was like everything crashes. And it was just a dire times. It was like I couldn't do any more piano lessons. I was like, what am I going to do? Just sell everything. Literally sold so much stuff, and then including the decks. And then I bought this really nice iMac. But obviously, you know, I've sort of managed to make a little bit of money now since then. Good. So I could buy my decks back. And that is something I want to do, you know, because I think, like, sometimes as well, you know, when with some of the festivals and everything else, like, it's like a huge amount of effort, all the gear, and like, I think sometimes I probably turn down things because just the thought of like, oh, you know, especially if the money's not right, and, you know, anyone who's sort of independent artist on the festival scene, you'll know the fees are pretty shit. So it's like, so, you know, but if I could just DJ out some of my tracks, that would be really cool, and just
and
sing
no
some.
doubt you'll be singing over it and everything. So
I'll definitely find it hard to, like, you know, I'll just bring my mini brute. You know, I can see it now. But
it'll start minimal and you'll build it up.
But then I don't know, like.
It'll be a good show. It'll be a good show for sure.
It would be nice to, just to be able to play my music as well and not stress about, like, the outputs and, like, you know, all my MIDI controllers. And
I mean, that's what kind of some of the artists that I've helped out, that, you know, they're doing some good things, and they've just gone out with a catalogue of good music, Ableton Live laptop, but then use a DJ mixer just to keep them in that kind of that vibe, because you've done the production, that's done, and then it's like you're more like the vibe creator, aren't you? That's what DJs do, isn't it? It's like creating a vibe. So if you can bring your tracks, but then you say, I'm going to like this kick slam, and you can build it up and just do what is on people's vinyl, but you've got control of it. You know what it's like to be on the other side in the crowd, so qualified.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like you've done it, so yeah, I'd pay to see that, so do it.
Oh, thanks. You said for ages, didn't you? Like, get yourself on. So anyway, I got myself.
It's just
it's
a headspace, isn't it? It's because you do everything else. You do everything else, so you might as well give it a blast.
And then now it's like the finding the time to, like, I'm like, oh, flip, I'll fit that in at some point.
Yeah, well, definitely. So one thing we do with all our guests, and we haven't done it with you, and with 2 features, but we just wanted to get you on and chat, because we knew that you've got lots to talk about and we could ask you questions all night, but we always do this, and it is, for people who watch it all the time, Songversations.
Songversations,
but for those who don't, it was something, it was a gift I got for Father's Day. Back earlier this year, June, wasn't it, Tim? Was it June?
Yeah, it was June, and they were broadcasting it on the internet every 2 weeks.
And sometimes we pick questions, and the idea is it's a game that you play when you have people around or drinks, whatever, and you just pull a card out, and it's music related, and it asks you a question about music, and then you can pick the song you're talking about and play it and do things like that. So we tried to do it officially, and we just ended up having drinks. Yeah, Songversations indeed, says Ned Rush. We need a jingle for this. But yes, it's time for Songversations, because when your guest is being a bit boring, I'm just not joking. We just think, geez, we need something to talk about. What are we going to talk about next? No, only joking. So you pick these, and they're like little records.
Oh, they're cute, yeah.
Yeah, so I've even got, around here somewhere, I've actually got record coasters as well for drinks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like my little records.
Yeah, that's
like,
it, yeah.
Yeah.
So, this question, and this is for anyone in the chat room as well, if you've never played this game before, this is the question. Now, Tim's just going to go, have we had this one before? Because they're all very similar. So, this one is Remember the Time series. There's all different ones. What was your favourite song on the first album you ever bought? There's kind of 2 questions in one, that, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, favourite song on the first album I ever bought.
Just the first thing that springs to mind, because you'll go away from this thinking, no, I shouldn't have said that, but, you know, just whatever springs to mind. And on I
don't even know if I bought the album, but it's a classic, the Michael Jackson Bad album.
Yes. So what was your favourite song on Bad?
I think it was Bad, literally. I'm bad, I'm bad. Real. I love that. I love that. I absolutely rinsed that record. I also did have. Do you know what I also really loved? I did love the Spice Girls.
Yes.
I don't know which was the favourite song on there. Maybe Say You'll Be There.
And that's a tune, that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually know it word for word as well.
Oh gosh, but I just had like there was a lot of music actually, because my mum and dad both into a lot of music. It's different music tastes, and yeah, it was just there was always music, and my mum always used to buy me the Ministry of Sound annuals.
Oh well, there you go.
I don't know why, but she bought them for me from when I was like quite young. So
what was she
but
doing
I
in
loved
late
them.
80s, early 90s? That's the question you need to be asking.
Say that again.
What was she doing late 80s, early 90s? That's the question you're going to be asking.
Yeah, I don't know. My mum's quite young. She was 20 when I was born. So
well,
I guess
you're answering questions.
so I guess maybe that's why she was trying to get me into the tunes, because she was still into them.
Yeah. Hey,
so she's
So side B to that question,
yeah,
we'll have an answer from Tim now, but we've probably asked Tim that a lot. In fact, this one we have Tim. So when did you buy your first album? When was it? And you've sort of give us a bit of a timeline there. And what was the format? Vinyl, CD, or MP3? And where did you shop for the music?
Me.
Was it bought for you, or did you?
It was definitely HMV. I remember the shop in Swansea.
Remember that, people?
HMV, yeah, and it was definitely CD. And
CD? Okay, I don't feel too old then now.
Definitely CD. Yeah. And there was the old mini disc. Do you remember those?
Mini discs,
I've got one.
I used to have a mini disc player.
There's one.
Yeah.
There's one over there. I'm not going to drag it over, but yeah, it's. I've got some mini discs as well. Absolutely nuts.
I think mini discs was the main one when I was
I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one. Hang on, stay there.
Yeah.
It didn't. Mini discs didn't last very long comparative to other mediums, did it?
No, it didn't last long though. Definitely not. But I remember just being like into. Actually, I remember. Oh yeah, mini disc. I found mine the other day. I should really listen to what I recorded.
So I've just pulled this one out of a drawer, and it was my first band at the Boardwalk, live at the Boardwalk in Manchester. I didn't even know that existed. No, it probably wasn't actually. It was probably what we played on the actual. Oh no, it's still come back to me. Yeah, we used to use a mini disc. This is a 2-track backing track that we used to play over, and this is pre-Ableton Live for me. So it's 98, 99,
wow.
98. So Ableton Live only came out the year after, and I didn't have a laptop at the time, so I used to record the output of the computer, and we used to play to it. And then we even did it in mono when we got a drummer to send a click to the drummer. So I was only actually playing mono out of it. And then, then we got a 4-track mini disc player, which was just an anomaly. But then every time we changed the arrangement of the song or the set, you had to re-record it all again.
Can I just read out a comment from the chat room?
Yes.
That's why I burst out laughing.
Oh, go on.
Robert Silito says, no, that's what I call music volume 3. Track 1, view to a Kill, on vinyl, bought from Woolworths.
Oh, mate.
Woolworths, how long has that been gone for? That's been
not that long.
While,
not that long. Robert, that's mega. These are the sort of things. Yeah. And somebody else said that was my first record, Too Bad. Yeah, I mean, they were good, and they produced so well, and the musicians were mega. I mean, yeah, that's proper pop music, isn't it? All the other stuff, we don't care about the other stuff.
It's like an interesting thing, because it's like, everyone says now, oh, that was the real days, all of the real music, and like, record labels were pumping money into music, and obviously you would earn money from music, which is true. Yeah. But it's like, but then on the flip side now, it's like, I think I've even forgotten my point now. Everybody can do it now.
Yeah.
So it's like, whereas before you couldn't, you had to go to a music studio and all of that. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
It's good, isn't it? So that was the Songversations. So and we did ask you for a groove appreciation, but we'd rather just talk to you if that's all right, because I did have one prepared, but I will save it for another week.
We could do it as the outro, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just play it on the outro.
Yeah. I've got. Well, for the outro, I'm going to play one of my favourites of your last song, your last batch. Sorry, You Can Pretend. So I was going to ask you, just before we finish, in a minute. Our House by Madness. Oh yeah, no, mine was Baggy Trousers, mate. So Baggy Trousers Madness was one of mine.
That is such a tune, isn't it? Our House.
Yeah. But back
and Danica Becker says Tainted Love, 12-inch single, some bizarre France.
Shout out to Danica and Rob. I know this lot.
Oh, wicked. Yeah, Tainted Love 12. Oh, is that the Soft Cells version, yeah?
That's a tune.
Yeah,
Tainted Love.
It's a cover, isn't it? Of an old song.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Sometimes I feel got to. You can tell it. That's the. Oh wow, that's wicked though. By the way, but yeah. So the last song we're gonna play before we say goodbye. But we're all right as long as you got, as long as you got time and people are listening, then that's cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
We'll we'll sort of go till 9:30 if that's okay. Including the track. But yeah, so the last thing we're going to play as we go out is You Can Pretend. Now, I was kind of going to link this into a couple of things, because you talked about releasing tracks, and you can obviously talk about the one that you're going to release as well. But was this the last proper sort of release that you did? Or if not, it's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, so You Can Pretend is kind of like the first...
Like a video and everything.
Yeah, that's like the first song that I've like done an actual kind of social media campaigny thing, probably since my record, since my album. Obviously, I did do like I did a mixtape last year, Micro Freaking Out, Running Out of Daydreams. I've dropped a couple of remixes, but I just almost was a little bit scarred from. When you release music, the more effort you put into the campaign, the more expectation you're putting on it. And I say this to my community all the time, but then actually what you have to do when you release music is remove all expectation.
Okay.
So it's like a huge contradiction, because you're like, I'm going to go all out, I'm going to do this whole campaign, but also I can't have any expectation. It's just that is just fucked up for the mind, isn't it? It really is. It's like, how can you...
It's like saying, I'm going to go on the fastest roller coaster in the world, but I'm not going to get into it. I'm just going to sit back and go,
Exactly. So it's like, so that's another thing, that I'm just, again, trying to crack, is like how to emotionally do it, how to do this, how to like promote it without like caring, but then how is that possible? But I've also like, I've been sharing this a lot with my Patreon as well. Like when I say to them, right guys, I'm going to do this and I'm going to try this out. So I'm basically just doing trial and error. And I'm cool with that, Some things work, some things don't, some things are great. But at the end of the day, what else can you do? You can't. What's the other option? Not release.
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
Yeah.
This is why we're asking you this, because we're kind of like same sort of thing. It's like we've got this batch of songs. We're going to put something out, and like Ned, who's on here, has released 3 albums this year, I think.
Wow, go on, Ned.
But he's got like great stories about them, how they came about. And he released it on tape as well. One of them was on cassette.
That's cool.
It's well cool. And I forgot which label now, Ned. So just please put it in. But it's the sort of, if you're in a cycle of like creativity, like, and I know that I've known you for a while. So I mean, there was a time where you were in a sort of cycle of writing, and that's all you did, and then you'd like do some performances, and then it was all about touring, then it was all about getting ready for the next record and thing. And I think that, I suppose the only thing about the lockdown is that people had to slow down and have a rethink. And I think one thing that I've seen coming out is this kind of a sort of slightly calmer headspace, and people are thinking, well, you know what, I'm just doing this because this is what I do, sort of thing.
Yeah, I think so. I think it definitely, like, it was funny because it was actually after my record and all that release and lockdown happened, and definitely helped me to like reevaluate, and mainly just to remind myself, actually, why do I do this?
Yeah.
I do it because I absolutely love the moment when I'm in my studio and I'm getting lost in the music. And then, also that return from genuine fans who, Christian, one of again in the community, he wrote like me this lovely message about how he connected to my lyrics and things like that, and
wicked.
But the stuff that makes you, I think it's difficult because you see all these things online. It's just like, I really hate it when people post how many streams they've had. That really pisses me off, because I just think, that's so like, you're basically saying like, look at me, I'm great, I'm fantastic, look how many streams I've got. And I have never to this day done any posts being like 1 million streams. I just think like it sets the bar so high, and you think how many kind of new producers are following you, and if it's just not, it's not encouraging, you know. It makes, and that's the whole thing with social media as well. On social media, everyone's perfect. It's like there's no like
authenticity.
It's just and it's just so you just don't think, and obviously I get drawn into that as well, you know, when I'm trying to make my posts. Like someone the other day DM me, "Oh, you look really fucked, by the way." I was like, it's just like, oh really? And then, you know, Ben's like, oh, just ignore it. I'm like, yeah, I am ignoring it, but then it does, you know, when suddenly
it's just there, innit, though.
Yeah, it's in your head. You're like, oh, I look fucked, do I? Oh, right, okay, better sleep a bit more, you know. So anyway, what am I trying to say here? I'm just trying to say like that, there's just too much expectation, and it's just like, if you could just take that away and really, really, really daily remind yourself of what it's all about, then it makes it a little bit more of a friendly, you just go a bit easier on yourself. Do you know what I mean? And because it's like this, almost like this, still this traditional thing of like, is the song going to chart? Is it going to chart? It's like, no, mate. Like, you know, and even me at the beginning, because I actually did have songs in the charts, but that was obviously going not as a featured artist. So
you weren't happy. So
well, it was just kind of like, well, this is all right. And I remember thinking, and those managers at the time said, I said, well, will I ever get my own deal? And they were like, well, yeah, when you've had about 5 top 10s. And they weren't wrong. You know, I've got a couple of friends who have had like literally more than 5 top 10s who still don't have their own deal. And it's just like, so leaving that kind of expectation and relying on the fairy godmother one day to pop out of the sky and give you your almighty record deal.
Oh,
like,
my word, yeah.
You know, just letting go of all of those kind of, you know, obviously it would be nice, but geez, it's just so rare and hard to get there. You know, so
you've just got to get your ideas out, because that's something that we were talking about. Tim and I were talking about getting things out, and with James Tuck as well. He was on last show, and it's just like, even if what you write is crap, if no one ever hears it, you've got no benchmark, you've nothing to build on. People can't offer you advice because they can't tell you what to improve. They don't know what you do. So, and I'm like, obviously, I'm toying with all this lot. And then when it comes to me to do something, like I'm doing some songs that I've not written anything completely by myself for like years, and I have done now. And it's like, well, you know, people need to hear it just to either say, oh, that's all right, or I like that, or it's not really my thing, I prefer it when you do. I mean, because some of my, like we talked about family saying things before, and it's like, you know, one of my family just said, oh, I prefer all that rock stuff you do. I don't like all that dance shit you do. And it's just like, fair enough. But
family's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah, so, yeah, that's wicked. But
it's,
I think,
oh, no, yeah, go on, Si.
No, just about being sort of like what Tim was saying about being authentic and stuff. And like tonight, if I hadn't been on with you, but I'm joking, I would have gone to see Sleaford Mods were playing in Manchester, and when I sort of early started to follow them, like sort of, I don't know, a few years ago, I was like, these guys are like, they're older than me, but I think they're cool, because the guy, have you seen them, Sleaford Mods? They're just like, the guy Andrew's got his tracks on a laptop. I mean, it's like battered old Windows laptop. He makes
wow.
Turns up on stage, literally line out. So they turn up. You were talking about when you were talking about doing gigs and stage before.
Yeah.
And they just turn up with him and a laptop, and that's it. And he has the main guy, Jason, has a microphone, and they're playing like, you know, big gig in town tonight, and they turned up, and like, what's your tech rider, guys? And it's like, can I have a crate or a chair to put my laptop on?
Oh my gosh.
And what else do you need? Have you got a microphone? And that's it. And it's like, but they're a little bit older, and they've sort of been there, done that, got the t-shirt. But it's just been really like inspiring for someone who's been sort of sitting back and, you know, helping others make music and producing people. And I'm thinking, hang on a minute, this is cool. And then, you know, we've had people on the show like Biffin was talking about that, and Superlative, about being sort of just doing it. And like me and Tim are like, we've got to do this. So
we've got to do it.
We've got to do this, and it's just like, it's hard, isn't it? Hard, isn't it, Tim? Like we just kind of we have this show and we're talking about stuff, and it's just like, they'll hear it, you know what I mean? But we're doing it and we're sort of like charting, chaptering our sort of process, but it'll just be a bit more interested for somebody who actually is into it and likes it. It'll be like, oh, they did that there and did that there, and you know, so it's like it's planned, isn't it, Tim?
Yeah,
I think as well.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But also, I was going to say, like, I love it when, you know, people say sometimes, don't they, they're like, just imagine you've got 15 fans, right? That's 15 people in a room who love your tunes. You know, 30 people in the room who love your tunes. 50 people in the room who love your tunes. It's literally worth it for 50 people who love your tunes.
Yeah.
That's it, you know? And the thing is with socials, it kind of like dilutes that. It's very, you don't, you know, people always say, don't they? Just imagine all those followers and, you know, like my editor Billy, when I'm working with him, sometimes will, whatever, chats come up about, oh, this video is, the algorithm won't like it or whatever, and we're just, and then, you know, oh, it's doing really bad, because, you know, it gives you those ratings of how your video's doing in the first 24 hours or whatever it is, and he'll say, like, just imagine though, like 1,000 people who just watched your video, and I'm like, oh yeah, and it's really important to check in about that. Like 10 people who like your song, 15 people who like your song, is bloody worth it for 15 people to like your song.
Yeah,
you know. So, like,
no, I think you're bang on there, Rach, because it's very easy to kind of detach that from the actual reality of it, because the way that you're measuring it is just metrics on a screen, and it feels almost like a game. Why is that not going higher? Why is that not ticking up? But actually, what those represent is that people that have, like, even likes have watched what you do and gone, I'm going to take the extra 2 seconds out of my day to click that thumbs up and say, I really like this, and let her know. It means something, doesn't it?
Good.
It does. Yeah. It does, yeah. Yeah, no. And it's, and you know, all you can do is do it. Like, that's it. It's kind of like you either do it or you don't.
I'm sorry, I nearly broke into Kevin and Perry.
Yeah, it is. What's that song?
All I want to do is
do it.
Pick up.
No, sorry, but I thought you were good, because this is like I live with a whole house full of Star Wars geeks, and I thought you were going to say, do or do not. There is no try. There is no try.
That impression is very good, Si.
It's all right.
Do you want the full version?
Do we dare?
That is pretty.
Oh no. He's getting props. He's getting props for it.
No, I've got a Yoda hand puppet.
Oh.
It's worth a bit now. Apparently, it's one of the rare Return of the Jedi things, and somebody like punched it, and it was a bit. So we moved it, but yeah, I've got it. And at the time when I had it in like high school, I think, I don't know, primary, I can't remember, but I had it, and I used to, And Ned's is great. Your impression, honestly, when Frank Oz or whatever was like having a chill one day, I just sneaked into Skywalker Sound, and it was like, of all the things I've got that, you know, help you I will, and it's like that's the vibe, you know what I mean? It's
you know, Si, you were good at accents. I've heard you do a lot of accents. I think you're really good.
Well, you know.
Why didn't you do some more?
You should sit in the studio when we're doing a recording session. In fact, we've got some footage of that somewhere I've persuaded Simon we're gonna put out. It's just a tyranny of accents. That's all that
really
happens.
Oh jeez, yeah. There's a few, Rach, but yeah. Let's not go there.
It's like, don't put me on the spot now. Don't put me on the spot.
I was going
to say something else then as well. I can't remember what it was. Hang on, it'll come back to me in a sec.
Sorry, Rachel.
I'm working on a Christopher Walken because I've been watching. What's it called? The Outlaws. If you've not seen it, oh man,
Is it good?
Yeah, it's based in Bristol as well, and Stephen Merchant. It's mega. And Christopher Walken's in it. It's just nuts. I'm not saying anything more. I'll leave it at that. Go watch it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rachel, look, we could talk to you all night, and often will, and in the future definitely. But
I was going to say one more thing to add to the motivational.
I'll talk all night. It's up to you. You know.
Yeah, no, I was going to say because I just remembered now, because sometimes I don't know whether I sound negative, but I don't really know because I'm not listening to myself. But one thing I have noticed, and one thing I actually really believe this now, and I didn't believe this, but if you work hard at something, right, there's just no even though it might feel like it's like the slowest journey in the world, and sometimes you go down and even further down, but then in the end, if you really do just graft, it cannot not work out, and it might not be how you expect it to work out when you start.
That's true.
But in one way or another, it will work out. Like, I used to think, I remember feeling like if I didn't get signed, like years ago, like, oh, I don't know what I'll do. My life will be done, you know, but actually it's completely the opposite. And this is like a recent thing, you know, like the last 2 years, I had this like mental switch in my mind where I'm like, actually, things are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that didn't, what I sort of thought would happen didn't. But because I worked hard and I didn't give up, and I do feel like, and I feel that, and experiences of like my peers and things like that around me now, I've been working a little bit with Annie as well.
I spoke to her yesterday.
Yeah, and you know, I'm just like, we chat quite a bit, and I'm just like, babe, like it's gonna be fine. Like you do the work, and it will pay off, and I truly believe that. So so you guys with your record, as long as you put the shift in, you put a shift in, and some way or another, and it might be in this completely crazy way which you never expect, but it will work out.
I mean, if somebody wants to use it for a Netflix series, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But
do it.
I don't expect that to happen. But I'll do what I can. Yeah, Annie was also on this show as well. She's been there.
Yeah.
So I said to her, like, we need to catch up, because obviously you've been speaking to her about all the wonderful things she's doing. So when it is time, we shall definitely.
No, that was just like, because I was working with with both the girls for a while before, and then just Annie's producer, obviously, is like a very good friend of mine, and so we just kind of all, like, you know how it is with music, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
you're all connected in this crazy universe.
But what was I going to say? But that's what I just, so if anyone out there who's watching right now is like, has you know, and I'm like, not a dream, but you know, if you want to do something, just do it, because it's like it's just so much better than not doing it, and it will be worth it in the end.
Absolutely. What are you going to do? Not do it, and you'll never know then, will you? So
and like there's that book I always rave on about. It Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, but it just says, it talks about like life is a bag of problems, right? Like, and we're not designed to be like happy. We're not. Because if we were, then we'd still be living in the caves, right?
Exactly.
Because we wouldn't have problems. So, because we'd be like, the berries taste nice, it's you know, whatever.
The cave is banging,
The cave is banging, but the fact is, it's human nature to want to like always find problems, fix them, right?
Totally.
So this book just talks about finding a problem in your life that you like to solve. Which for me is music, and then that's it, you know? So find the problems you want to solve, and that's it.
Couldn't agree more. I think that's wicked. It's good that you know, you're just dishing out this advice, because it's like when you people hear it from somebody they know that's already doing stuff. I think it's really great. Oh, look at the dog here. Check this out. I'll put the max cam on just really quick.
Oh, my kitties have not come in. It's antisocial today.
Say hi, Max. You won't be able to see him, guys. He'll be a few seconds behind, but this is Max the Cavachon. He really wanted to make an appearance, so I thought, well, you can get your own camera, mate. You know what I mean? But just going back to that, Rach, I think that's the sort of thing that you know, I was saying to you before, that I would watch this if I wasn't me. Do you know what I mean? I'd be just like saying, yeah, go on, because I want to know what makes artists tick, and that's why, you know, I read all these books about things like, you know, like self-help things, and just like, well, if you want to be good at something, speak to the people that you're into and you like, or listen to their podcasts and find out what they do. And this is exactly what people are doing now. You know, people that are in your Patreon community, and people just listen and watch you. And Milton's in there as well. We didn't say hi to Milton.
Oh, Milton. So hey, Milton.
We're in a queue for Milton to come on the show.
Oh, really?
So we may get Milton on before the end of the year. That's up to you, mate. I hope we do, because he is now another one of the certified trainers. We've got such a good batch now. It's I'm really chuffed about it. I mean, I tried not to make a big deal out of it, but it's
well,
great.
No, it's great.
You got like
it's
you,
so
Lena, and everybody. It's just like they're all just great. But yeah, there's somebody just put there. This is Danica. Is that one of your?
Danica's one of my mentees, I guess, in my community.
She's put some gold right down there. I'd rather leave behind a humiliating mess than lie there at 90 wishing I'd tried as I fade away. Boom.
Wow,
Amazing.
Danica, yes.
Yes, big up. That's wicked. Exactly.
Thanks,
This
Danica.
is- yeah, Milton's there as well. Good. This is the sort of thing that, people need to hear this, because we're all on different journeys with the music, aren't we? You know what I mean? And we're all doing different things and different twists and variations of it. So, yeah, right on Danica indeed. So, wicked.
Yeah, Danica's brilliant. I love Danica.
So, good. Well, let's, all the people in the chat room, if you've been new to the show, Rachel can't be here every time, unfortunately, but we'd love you to come back, because we've got some of our regulars in there, and they're always talking about great things. It's a really nice, helpful community. It's all about music, and Rachel, you've been mega perfect. Bless you. Gesundheit.
Thank you. I need another one, actually. Hang on.
Yeah, go on. There you go. It's all good. Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Just say you can just flick to max cam, but yeah, it's you've been absolutely amazing, and it's kind of really nice to hear.
Thank you.
How Rachel sees it. Come back.
I think it's just like, I honestly think, right, that's another thing. When you chat to people who are on a journey too, it just makes you feel like a little bit less alone, that you're not nuts, and that everything's fine, and it's just the way it goes, and I think...
Yeah, we both know Shlomo, SK Shlomo.
Yeah.
And he rang me the other day just to ask for something a little bit technical, and then we sort of got past that, and then we were just talking about what it's like to be a parent who makes music and against things, and we've mentioned it before, and it's just like, but that's what we're doing it for. That's who we are, and that's what we do, and then everything else is kind of, all like it's Christian Svenig. Is it?
Christian, he's there. That's the one I said sent me the lovely message about my dark shade limit.
Oh, wicked. Well, dark shade, yeah. Wicked, yeah. And so Christian says, love the show. He goes, come back, I will. So, come back, I will. Rachel. So, awesome. So, I mean, we're friends anyway, but it just kind of, we would talk like this a lot. So if people are into it, let's just talk more, and we'll just go online and talk, and I'll share it, and we'll just bleep out various words about
yeah, of course. Are we allowed to swear? I mean, I have sworn a lot.
Yeah,
sorry.
You can say,
yes.
Yeah, you can.
My mother-in-law watches, and she doesn't think I swear. So
I'd have been fired already, Rachel.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, that's good to know, Tim. Yeah.
It's all in good taste, and respect for our fellow humans. But now and again. Only because Tim lives in Birmingham, we just do these silly accents, don't we? It's just part of it. So, Rach, I'm going to leave with the video. Now, one thing I was going to say just before, and big up to Jamie, your video pal, who...
Jamie,
He's been doing the rounds.
Yeah, he has,
young man, hasn't he? I just see all these videos come up, and it's just like... what's his JC
Jamie Panton, yeah.
It's just like, oh yeah, another one, because he's got this really cool glowing logo, hasn't he?
Oh, he's brill, he's brill. Jamie is, yeah.
So this is, we won't get a chance to come back to you for this one. So we'll say goodbye, but this is the last part of the show. We're going to play this song, and just tell us a little bit about this, because it's mad. If you haven't seen this one, Tim, it's pretty. I think because of the way the video is, and you've used animations and stuff, I'd never seen you do something like this. So I'll let you give,
Yeah, the animations, by the way, shout out to another patron. This is Dandelion. Rachel Watkins did the animations in this video, and we connected via the community as well. So shout out to Rachel.
Might have to take her email there.
Yeah, no, she's brilliant. So she's a brilliant musician. So and like her vocals and everything. I think I posted her on a Beattober thing on my Instagram. But yeah, she also is a brilliant artist.
Awesome.
And
awesome.
Yeah, You Can Pretend, obviously the lyrics it's kind of like probably everything we've just talked about tonight.
Exactly.
This whole thing of like, you know what, you can, if you just kind of trick yourself into it, before you know it, you're filming that video that you can't be asked to film. You know what I mean? It's like, and the song is really just about like those awful days that you have, but you just kind of get on with it, and then you've forgotten actually why you felt bad in the first place. And I think through lockdown, things like that's kind of like I was losing it a little bit. So You Can Pretend was just this kind of ode to myself, like Come on, Rach, you can do it. You can pretend. It's all good. And, you know, like, even when you go out on stage, you know, and it's terrifying, like, it's just like, no, you've got this. And so the synopsis for the video, because the working title for the song was just called Teddy Bear Punk, because the song, you know, it was just had this really, like, and yeah, we just imagined this like big teddy bear like getting angry and punching things, and then we went to Jamie and said, right, got this idea, we want to have this big angry teddy, and then Jamie then helped like carve the whole storyline about like how there would be me, and then there would be like this teddy which isn't real, it's just my mind, and then it's like working up to this show, and like, yeah, so but I think it makes sense in the video, does it?
I think so. Yeah, I think, and towards the end, where you've got the captions coming up, that's the animation that I meant?
Yeah.
It's kind of, you know, in some videos it doesn't always work to like spell it out, but I think in this case it kind of really sort of shows what you're thinking, and I think it's good. And then obviously you make up with the bear in the end, and sorry guys,
yeah, spoiler. Yeah, of course, spoiler alert. No, but yeah, it was great. It was really super fun shoot actually. And then manager Ben wore the bear costume for Halloween party the other night. So it's doing the rounds.
Yeah, so but who in the video? Somebody else gets a credit for being the bear. Is that right?
Yeah. Harry's a family member, so he played the bear.
He must have grown quite a lot. You know, he looks pretty tall in that video.
He has grown, yeah. So he's 16. So so he's the bear, and it was a lot of fun. There was like we had to get all the extras as well for the back garden scene, and my sister's in it, my mum's in it.
I recognise a few people in that. Yeah, definitely.
Simon Parton, you know Simon, you met him, haven't you?
I think so.
He's like the Swansea music scene dude. He's got like a proper cameo in it. Vicky and Izzy are in it.
Yeah, Vicky and Izzy, and it's just
Billy's the barman.
Billy. Oh, jeez, yeah. Nutters.
So no, it's good fun.
It's a good place to leave it, because we can and will talk forever. But
it's true.
We just like, and Tim's been working all day, and he's not even got a chance to get out. He just comes in straight from work and boom. So
turns the
computer on.
Yeah, turns the computer quick.
Oh, well done, Tim. Shout out, Tim.
But yeah, oh, wicked. So I don't think you say Joep Cage. I think it's like
Jupe.
Yeah, Jupe said this show got RKC certified tonight. We'll be back. Oh, thanks for that, man. That's wicked. That's wicked. And there's like, it just goes to show that you've got this like great community, and then like they just came over here for a little trip out, and it's like, hey, we might come back. So subscribe. So,
it's good. Yeah,
do like and subscribe, guys, because it's the only contact that we will have with you. So we don't hold anyone's data or ask anyone to do anything like that. So do it. It'd be great to have you back. And we do have a lot of friends of Rachel and friends of Simon and Tim on here. But we're just trying to find people who can come on and talk about music and just inspire others just by being here. So with that, we're going to play Rachel's track. And thanks for turning up, guys. Really appreciate all that. I think my webcam's just got off again.
That was good timing, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's what it is. But see how calm I am, though, about it. I'm not like...
You're very calm today, Simon. Very calm.
But it does this thing if you don't use a regular Apple like cable, which are too short to do this. It's the batteries ran out. Okay. Well, you know what I can do, because that is one I prepared earlier. I'll switch to the Max cam. There's the Max cam, and there's Max. That's the one. So yeah, you can't see me, guys, but the rest of everybody else can.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I could. No, hang on. I could flick it into there. I'll just do it just so we can say goodbye. You know, because I don't think people think that we just can't do this.
Nobody thinks that. They think they were very professional and everything's running smoothly.
Hang on, it just automatically came on. Whoa, there you go. So
there we are. Awesome.
There's you guys. Whoa, I love that effect. Yeah, and there's me. So thanks a lot, guys. You've been great.
No
Rachel,
worries, Si. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much, Rachel.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to the knob twisters who came to watch.
Yeah, the knob. So we never actually said about the Knob Twisters is the name of Rachel's amazing
community. Yeah, this is self-named. I didn't name it, and a German person named us, and they didn't understand the UK connotation of that word. So,
well, Well, I think
it made us all laugh, so we kept it.
is knob in German Knopf? Is it Knopf? Or
I don't
Knopf?
know, but it was a German person who suggested it, and obviously we all thought it was hilarious, so it stuck.
Well, I think it's a great name for a bunch of knob twisters. I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So there we go.
Guys. So do come back for more. Rachel, all the best, and we'll catch up again soon. There's lots to do. And now you're a certified trainer. I mean, people can contact you and you know, find out things, learn from you.
Ableton stuff.
It's all there. So we'll let people, you know, sort of.
Yeah.
I don't want to, you know, say too much about. I do this, do that. You can fight your own corners, sure, can't you? So brilliant. So thanks for being on. And amazing to have you as a friend and a certified trainer, an amazing songwriter and producer and performer. It's
thank you, Si. Thank you.
Futures. Wear
Thanks,
those
Si and
shades.
Tim.
Thank you, Rachel.
We loved having you on. I'm just trying to find it. I'm trying to get the track. There you go. So here we go. You Can Pretend. Thanks for coming on, Rach. Nice one, Tim. And we'll see you
soon,
all
guys.
again
See you guys.
soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.